You are now rocking with the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast, where they think they know everything, but honestly, they don't know shit.
These summer league games and they tell you about these new up and coming coaches.
I think we should get rid of every motherfucking owner in Chicago.
Enzo and Caruso, both when they are on the court, are like your defensive generals.
But they need to get that strong safety who's not scared to hit somebody.
They really don't know shit.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to the podcast where we think we know everything, but we don't know shit. But what we do know, if you still eating on that motherfucking Thanksgiving dinner, throw that shit out. You nasty. That shit is old. Throw it out now. Thanksgiving was good though, man. We had dressing. What's the difference between dressing and stuffing? Can someone tell me that? What's the I don't know what the difference is. I don't know what the difference is. Someone please tell me that. But we had dressing. We had mac and cheese, which is the most important dish in Thanksgiving. I don't care what you say about the turkey. No, it's the mac and cheese. If that shit ain't right, throw the whole meal out. Throw all that shit out. But yeah, so we had the mac and cheese. We had rooster. Never eaten rooster before. But we had rooster. That shit tastes like chicken. We had greens. I made the greens. The greens was fire. They were fire. What else we had? We had sweet potato. I don't fuck with sweet potatoes. We had potato salad, no raisins, no cranberries. We don't do that shit. We don't do none of that shit in my house or at my parents' house because that's where I was. But we don't do that shit over there. But yeah, so let me bring in the All-Star team. Let's see what they had. I know JB probably had the cranberries and the potato salad. That's how he get down. Chris probably had the turkey. He probably had the fried turkey. The smoked turkey, the baked turkey, you know how Chris do. But anyway, let me bring in these dudes, man. Starting with my man, the stat man who knows every single stat from every single team, basketball and football, 80s and 90s. My man, JB. What up, JB?
First off, I don't even eat everybody potato salad, let alone put no goddamn cranberries or nothing in it. That just no.
But I thought you eat the cranberries in it, but you don't do that.
I don't even like cranberry sauce, man. I'm light. I'm not the, you know.
You don't eat the cranberry sauce. You gotta eat the cranberry sauce with the dressing or stuffing if you prefer.
I don't eat no damn stovetop.
That's what the stuffing is.
I don't eat that shit. Cornbread dressing.
Cornbread dressing.
Right. And it better be right.
Right. Well, shit, man. What did you think of that Bears game, though? Or should we save that for later?
Oh, I was about to say, because, you know, I'm ready to get rid of a whole bunch of people more than some players, man. Fuck Eberflus, to hell with Getz, and get rid of all them bastards.
I know.
I don't like no tanking, man. You play to win the game.
JB sounds off almost every day in our group chat, in our private group chat. JB be snapping off. Yeah, Morris. Shout out to Morris. JB be snapping the fuck off. Fire everybody. It's too early in the morning for that, JB. Shit. Come on, man. Wake up. Brush your teeth first. All right, let's bring in the next man up. My man who just might have the foulest mouth in the city. And today he has a special surprise for you. Let's bring him in. Foul mouth. See.
What up, fellas?
So he has the pilot headphones on today.
Yes, I do. Can you hear me? Is
Loud
everybody there?
and clear. Loud and clear. Roger that.
Okay, roger that. Well, first of all, I want to say it's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. Go blue. Go blue. I know the Notre Dame. I mean, not the Notre Dame. Well, we will have the Notre Dame love on here, but I know Sparty over there, they don't like that. The little brothers don't like us. Okay. It's all right, baby. Shit, matter of fact, we're going to be talking to a fucking Wolverine today.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure since we're going to be talking to a Wolverine and we got a Notre Dame and a Spartan fan here, Frank won't mind not being able to watch this at work.
Speaking of Frank,
I'm eating ice cream too.
You eating ice cream?
Yeah.
What kind of ice cream you got?
Cookies and cream.
I knew it was going to be something soft.
Hey, when you Big Ten champs, you can do that shit.
Hey, he on a roll. Hey, let him.
Y'all about to hear this shit all week.
Let him have his moment.
All podcast, yo. You fucking right. Let me have my moment.
Jeanette said she saw the cranberry sauce. Hey, JB, what's happening with that?
I don't do what I told you. You don't
hating on the cranberry sauce, man. Shit. Cranberry sauce. I don't like the real cranberries in it though. I don't like that shit. It's just that I don't like the texture. But anyway, let's bring in my man with that hawk talk. But I don't think it's gonna be no hawk talk tonight. My man, who's not the rookie anymore, Frank the Tank.
Those Hawks lost 7 in a row, dude. There's nothing to talk about right now for the
nothing to talk about.
I actually watched one game and they were up like 4-2, and whatever
4-1.
was it?
4-1. 4-1.
And no fucker scored. What? 5 fucking goals within 4 minutes? Yeah. How the fuck is that even possible?
Yeah, they're being taking a thing from the Bears playbook and they're tanking. Love you, JB. But yeah, I can't even diss Michigan today, man. It fucking sucks.
So, guys, we have a new member of the Chicago Clubhouse Network family. So he is the rookie of the team, and he's starting his own solo show on Thursday. My man, Easy.
I swear, Matt Eberflus saved 5 babies from a burning orphanage, and JB will still find a way to tell him he didn't do it. Just letting you know. Give my man a chance, JB. Like he's working with toothpicks and bubble gum on that roster. He'll figure it out. Also, stuffing and mac and cheese are about.
I didn't even get into that. I don't like cranberries either, by the way.
I don't mind it.
Cranberries taste like cherries that hate you.
Yeah, I get it.
But I'd say stuffing and mac and cheese are about the same level in terms of Thanksgiving food. You got to have them both. Turkey, somewhat overrated.
If you had to choose one between the dressing and mac and cheese, which one is it?
Probably mac and cheese. But you can't, though. That's the thing. You can't just choose one. That's evil.
You can't, but if you're forced to, it's got to be the mac and cheese.
Well, yeah, because mac and cheese you can eat all year.
That's not true, because you can have mac and cheese on a regular Sunday dinner. You don't get dressing but Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Why not?
I'm gonna say this.
I've had that shit before on a regular Sunday.
I'm going to say this, and I'm hoping my wife is watching right now. My wife makes homemade stuffing. She doesn't make that bread top shit.
Stuffing. He says stuffing.
Stuffing. We don't call it dressing. Dressing is what you put on salad.
Yeah, right?
No, it's not.
I was confused about
dressing is what you put on salad. It says it right on the freaking salad dressing. We call it stuffing. And my wife makes it homemade. She doesn't use any of that bread top shit. And I will take that over mac and cheese any day. Her stuffing is amazing.
Are you talking about? Are you still talking about food?
I could talk about food. We can do a food podcast. Fuck it.
No, I was
making a joke. It went over everybody's head.
Except
I was asking Frank. He said her stuffing is amazing. And I said, "Are you still talking?"
Are we doing a pause moment right now?
Yeah, we're doing a pause moment
because we had this conversation on why you're going to be leaving in a little bit, but we're just.
Hey, Frank,
let's talking about food.
Let's talk about.
That's the difference between dressing and stuffing.
Let's talk about our guest tonight. As Foulmouth said, he is a Wolverine, forever Wolverine.
He's a bear.
But he happened to be a Chicago Bear too, and not a bad one either. You wondering what his name is, I'm sure. So here it is.
I totally remember that game where he scared the shit out of that ref, man.
That ref, I can't believe the ref
he was running for his freaking life, man.
So anybody in the chat or anybody that's watching, if you did not know, now you know. David Terrell. Let's bring him in.
DT. How y'all doing?
What's up with you, man?
Good to see you guys. Thanks for having me, brother.
Happy to have you, man.
Thanks.
Go Blue, baby.
So before we get all into football, what are you doing now, man?
I was a father for a bit, my son, but that's been so long. He was a senior at Loyola, graduated at 17. I bought a bunch of real estate when I was playing for Chicago Bears and everything. So just doing the real estate thing, building, trying to sell some property and put people in. And got a few businesses because I got some mixed use commercial stuff going on. So that's pretty much it. Life after football.
Right.
Football. For sure.
What's this I hear about? I hear about you a foodie. You got a restaurant.
Oh yeah. Well, I had a barbecue spot. When I was with the Bears, I had invested some money with one of my financial guys. He owned a bunch of franchises all through Chicago. So I started then, and then just grew learning the business, franchising, and that's kind of like what I'm doing now with my commercial spots now. I'm in between trying to finalize a deal with Bone Chong or Wingstop right now for a couple of spots in Dunkin' Donuts. Then I'm doing my own like David's Market, soft grocery like 7-Eleven with dry perishable goods, some fruits, some different things, liquor store basically.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. Cool.
I love liquor stores.
Well, yeah, man. Now all of that sounds great. So let's get into some football. So University of Michigan. Let's start there.
Okay.
You was a monster over there. You had like the GOAT throwing you passes.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I did have the GOAT, the actual GOAT.
Was he the GOAT there though?
Tom Brady was. I had Drew Henson too. Had a bunch of quarterbacks. Tom and Drew Henson, but Drew was a good one my last couple years. But Tom is Tom Brady. You can always, you can't say too much about Tom. You know what I'm saying?
Was Tom ever in the gym in college?
Fuck no. Excuse me. I'm sorry to curse.
No, I
fuck
couldn't
that.
get
You can cuss all day.
No,
I remember seeing his
look,
picture.
You will on this podcast.
Tom was strong individual. Like Tom was strong individual, mentally, physically. Like,
and he was smart as hell. Always watched film.
You say this. Tom wasn't gonna outlift you. He won't gonna out squat you. But when we got on that, we used to have to run. Coach Carr used to have us run the golf course. All right, all 18. Tom was leading the run. You know what I mean? So he was Tom. He was our leader during that time. So regardless of what anybody else said, he didn't have to speak to, he was loud when he needed to be during game day. So
okay.
Yeah, I could have guessed he didn't spend a lot of time in the gym because I remember seeing the video of his how he looked at the combine.
No, I mean,
and then he turns into Tom Brady.
It was always Tom. He beat LeVar Arrington. Remember he beat.
Yep.
We had a lot of good wins. That's the one thing everybody be trying to make it like, man. Tom he just became Tom in the NFL. Nah, he was Tom before the NFL. Bowl, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know what? Keep saying that he won't shit. And I was everything then. You feel? Because I get that a lot. Oh, you made Tom. Nah, we made each other. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. It's like, I needed him and he needed me. The relationship was a great relationship. It even maturated after, you know what I mean? I went to New England, you know what I'm saying? Then after that, I was in Denver, you know what I'm saying? Still with that, we still worked out, still is Tom. Still gonna look out for you. My son was playing football, sent Sports Illustrated, all that stuff over to Loyola to interview my son because he just caught a ball with him. You know what I'm saying? There's little stuff, little catty stuff like that he do that, go unspoken. So he always thinking about you regardless if, you know what I'm saying? Because, he is the GOAT to me. I mean, look, he got all the records. So we used to call Joe Montana the best because he had all the Super Bowls. He had the yards. Jerry Rice. You see what I'm saying? Now you got Tom. I mean, it's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, my hat goes off to the guy because when you playing football and then you talking about college and you talking about college at the highest level, some guys only get 1 year. That's it. You get your senior year, like quarterbacks, like Michigan was really into the feeders of doing that time of, it was like a 2-year thing. Look at Brian Greasy, 1 year.
1 year, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Before Greasy, it was Cobb, you know what I'm saying? Then Brady got his. Brady had 2 years, you know what I'm saying? If that, and a little bit of his shine was overshadowed by Drew Henson. So you look at Tom Brady and you say like, man, I say, because I know the situation better than anybody because I played with the people. Michigan, the whole Drew Henson situation, the benching, the back and forth, that made Brady attitude even worse in the NFL to proving people wrong, to proving Michigan, to not being to basically saying because I was, back in Drew start one game, I start the next game. That hampered Brady from being seen or being touted as much as he needed to be coming out for his senior year. So that did play effect into him getting drafted as low as he did because, the NFL was looking at any reason to knock you anyway. So it was like, we can get him cheap. We're going to get him for cheap. You know what I'm saying? Why wasn't he playing when Drew was playing? So, all those stuff played into it, but it also played into his psyche to become the Brady that he became in the NFL because it was like, fuck everybody. I'm going to prove everybody wrong. Everybody. And that's what he went on and did. And it worked for him because he got with the right team. He got behind Bledsoe. You know what I'm saying? It was a great situation in New England playing for Bill Belichick. Like, I went there. There was one thing when I was with the Bears playing for the Bears. I had Lovie Smith. I had my first coach was Coach Jerron.
Big Jerron.
And Dick was a good coach. And then I had Bill and I had Mike Shanahan. So it was kind of like, man, it was like, it was eye opening. So when I got there, I was like, man, damn, he had this to work with. Man, I see why Tom Brady was so good in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Because coaching really matters. Not
Can you elaborate on that a bit?
Coaching, I had great coaching, but it was you know what I'm saying?
Can you elaborate a bit on the difference of the culture between, like, you know, going from the Bears, you know, lots of different quarterbacks there, Jerron, obviously Lovie Smith as a rookie head coach, and then going to Belichick. Like, how is that such a, like, can you kind of elaborate on the cultural differences of the two squads?
Just more or less like being
like,
able
what is
to
the Patriot Way?
I mean, you put your head down, you grab your bucket. Your bucket was your lunch. You put that shit in your cubby and you go to work. And it was but it's like everybody is it's a cult. The Patriot Way is more or less a if I could like it's like almost a college atmosphere, I may say.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas big team, little me, you know what I'm saying? Type of situation. And then you got everybody, whenever you get there and he come out and he said the only person that's got a job is 12, being Tom, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like everybody fighting for a position no matter who you are. Rodney Harrison, you ain't got a job. You know what I'm saying? The only person going to be on this joint is Brady, and you ain't going to make the club in the tub. So, you know what I'm saying? Yo, you get injured, you're going to get your release. So we can't know if you can't help us, you ain't going to be a part of what we doing. And that's the Patriot Way. So and then when you mix the mere fact that they winning, 10, 11 football games a year, going to playoffs, going to Super Bowls, you know what I'm saying? That adds into the Patriot Way of doing things.
Oh, for sure.
And then when you got a coach that can literally, like, it wasn't just players being held to the Patriot Way, the coaches as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, Bill was the same. That's the one thing I saw with Bill and Mike Shanahan was the fact that at any time they would cuss out anybody. Anybody could be anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, your OC can, like, I don't see both of them doing in game, just snatch the headset, like my Go Blue guy, to snatch the damn headset off of them. Take the playbook away from your coordinator saying you ain't calling the offense, and then snatch the headset from the defensive coordinator. You ain't calling the defense. I'm calling everything from here on out. You know what I'm saying? In front of the players.
Honestly, the Michigan guy, Harbaugh, is pretty similar to that at this point.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you feel me? It's no nobody bigger than the win. You feel me? So we got to lead with a win. We're gonna lead with a win and put your put your pride aside. So I learned that real quick. So with them, it was one of them things where I got kind of headaches and shit because I was having to learn. I had to learn everything, like learn what the offensive lineman sets was. I had to learn everything. It was one thing to learn all the receiver sets, but then to learn the tight end, then to learn offensive lineman blocking schemes, what they block, because they pointing out like Bill had you had to know, you had to know what was going on because at any time the shit could just switch up. You know what I'm saying? Tom could just switch it up at any time. We had a run pass check on every play, but he could just call a play out. You know what I'm saying? So you had to know what was going on defensively beforehand. So if you saw a defensive shift come through, you saw the linebacker rotate, you saw this happen, you will already have to be like into the system of knowing like once he start pointing, why he pointing there. So if you was kind of lost in the sauce, you won't gonna play.
So did the Bears even have an audible when you were there? Did they even call audibles?
I mean, it's sight adjustments. So that's kind of just like common to football when you seeing someone blitz. But however, it wasn't as it wasn't as like
intricate, detail oriented.
There you go. It wasn't like you had multiple sight adjustments off of like a blitz package, like if someone showed, and then if he didn't come, you had to keep your stuff on. If he did show, you had to, you know what I mean, you had to know which way you was going. And it was predicated on where they was inside, outside, if it was head up on you, how he showed where he left from your right side. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot that went into it. So like, yeah, but it made sense. You know what I'm saying? Into the form of what was going on, the scheme of where you were supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing they used to say, be where you're supposed to be. And part of being where you're supposed to be is just knowing your job. That's what he said, know your job. You know what I'm saying? So like if the corner came wide, you know, why am I'm gonna replace him wide. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna replace him with an angle upfield because I can't replace him wide, because if I go right back where he was at, that's going right into the path of the play or the path of the ball. So it's a quick interception. So you want to go in the path where you're at, but you want to be maybe 3-4 yards to the left a little bit. So as a pocket, but that pocket is fit because the linebacker's over here doing his job with the defensive end, and they know all that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you know football, then you kind of like know what's going on. That's why they like, man, we need to get like-minded people. You know what I'm saying? So
it's less about the individual. It's more about the team.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's cool. I want to go back to your college days real quick because you said something that got my brain really thinking that the back and forth between Tom Brady and Drew Henson kind of dropped his draft status. But how did that affect your draft status in your mind? Because remember, you was the big play. You was the big play. So did you feel like that back and forth, like Drew Henson throws the ball this way, Tom throws the ball this way, and did you feel that would have eventually affected your draft position?
You know what? When you look back at stuff and you talk about like I kind of understand like now, we kind of fucked up things, my class, because we was such in a rush. Everybody wanted, you know, the game of football was changing then though. Everything was like going into like the 2000s. You know, it was LeBron James. It was a lot going on, meaning like everybody wanted it now. You know what I'm saying? Meaning like when we came, we all knew we was leaving early. It was like, we out of here junior year. Done. It's over. Deuces.
All y'all, you, Train, Chuck, all y'all?
Well, my class didn't come in, just being totally honest with you, my class didn't come in respecting none of them upperclassmen. None of them.
Okay.
And they had just won a national championship.
They right, 97.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They had just won a national championship, and we just was like, that 98 class was just like, we all set out to be better than that 97 class. But it was like the only way to be better than them was to win a national championship. But we didn't know like it was like I said, if we didn't rush everything, we probably would have won the national championship my senior year. You know what I'm saying? Junior year was just so much going on. A lot of people was getting hurt. Senior year, we would went undefeated. Period. It was a lot going. It was a lot going on. It was a whole lot going on. From George Steinbrenner was paying Drew Henson with the
Yankees. Heard about that?
Yeah,
Steinbrenner, and that was like sabotage of the highs. Man, he was making Drew have to go play baseball during spring ball when Steinbrenner is the reason Drew was playing so early. He came in with $5 million as a you know what I'm saying, as a Yankee.
Right.
They had to see what was going to happen with him, or he was going to have to play baseball. So it was like, we don't pay him. So if y'all ain't going to play him, then he going to go play baseball.
It's the only way to get leverage, right?
I remember that controversy about should he be allowed
it was a leverage play. Now on the reversal side of it, which we don't get to grasp it until it's over, and it's like, damn, do y'all didn't know what was going on? Because it was like, George Steinbrenner is a fucking Ohio State grad.
Oh shit!
I didn't even think about that.
Did not know that.
He graduated from fucking Ohio State.
It's a bit of a
sabotage.
Drew's a good.
Yeah,
Drew's
that
a
sounds
good
like
player.
a big sabotage.
He was gonna pay Drew the money anyway. Then Drew decides to go to Michigan, and he like, man, fuck that. Get your ass to the Yankees. Get your ass here. You feel me? Now Lloyd is forced to have to play Drew.
Right.
Forced. Because we all got a tally going, like who gonna be the first group out of our 98 class to really get in the game at your position. Damn on kickoff, punt team. You feel me? Anybody can play special teams. you just, when they say special teams, you raise your hand. Oh, come on, we're gonna put you in. Let's try you. No, receiver. All right, you got the number one. Let's see. Dave Terrell. All right, Justin Fargas. Let's see. All right, Cato June. Let's see. Victor Hobson. Let's see.
Anthony Thomas.
Boy, we had our whole class went to the NFL. Everybody that was in there beside Dave Armstrong. Everybody went. You feel me? And let's see, Drew. Let's see who's gonna play. Actually, let's see Larry Foote.
Marquise Walker.
Let's see Marquise Walker. You feel me? Let's see. Boy, y'all got a hell of a class off this. Let's see which one of these will get in the game first. You feel me? First motherfucker getting the game first was Justin Fargas.
What you call his son?
Huggy Bear.
Huggy Bear's son.
Huggy Bear.
Was that was after he transferred? Because didn't he go to USC at some point?
He transferred from Michigan. You got to remember, that's what I'm saying. He came in the dog.
Right.
Like, meaning like, me and Marquise was beasts. We were beasts. You see what I'm saying? Me and Marquise Walker probably would have been better basketball players than football players.
Really?
Truth
Okay.
be told.
What position?
Guards. Marquise was like Michael Jordan. I was like motherfucking. I was his sidekick. I was like Scotty.
You call Scotty sidekick?
I was. I
mean, that's not wrong.
No, nigga, I ain't no hater. Like, I beat Jamal Crawford 1-on-1. I got game. Marquise probably couldn't beat me 1-on-1, but in a 5-on-5 setting, you talking about 5-on-5, that motherfucker turned it to Michael Jordan.
That's a pretty high praise.
Hey, Dave. We had a question from one of our guys in the chat. He was asking, at first you had chose to go to Notre Dame.
Yeah, I didn't know this. I want to hear
what
this.
What made you change your mind to go to Michigan?
Truth be told, Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer? Okay. Talk about it.
Truth be told, what happened, we were all set. Notre Dame had a hell of a recruiting class that year. Bob Davie. They had Carson Palmer. They made Carson Palmer. They told Carson Palmer he had to take the SATs over again. Carson Palmer decommitted and went to UCLA. I mean, USC.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when Carson, it was like Carson came, he was getting Carson. Like Urban Meyer was a hell of a recruiter. He was the receiver coach over there at Notre Dame then. So he had me and Carson, and we was set. It was going to, shit, that's Joe Montana and Jerry Rice. And they told Carson he had to take the test over. Carson was like, I'm not taking the test over. Urban called me like, man, we're not going to get Carson. I'm like, we ain't getting CP? Like, nah. Like, so who we about to get there? It was like, we kind of focusing out because everybody was, you know what I'm saying? It was like we got to focus our attention on Arnett's battle. Then I started looking, I'm like, man, that's damn like, I'm about to be running the option. I'm like, man, I ain't going there, man.
They ain't getting DT either.
What a blocking.
I'm like, I ain't going there.
You guys ain't fucking me on that one, that's for sure.
No, that's for sure. And then Lloyd Carr walked into the projects, man. I'm from the ghetto of Richmond, Virginia. So he came in, he had already came in, you know what I'm saying, just to recruit me, like, you know what I'm saying? It was like one of the things like, man, we gonna just try. We know he thinking about it, we're gonna just try. And when he called, and the Lloyd had came maybe like the week before Urban had called me to tell me that Lloyd had just came to try. You see what I'm saying? And like, ain't nobody ever walk up in Gilpin Court. I lived in Gilpin Court in Richmond, Virginia. Like, you probably Google this shit right now, and they probably the topic probably like teen murdered or 5 people shot.
Damn, that sounds like Inglewood.
I mean, I grew up in the Robert Taylors, basically. So,
wow.
We hear this whole big like noise outside. I come to like the porch, you know what I'm saying, from my building, and I look downstairs. I'm like, damn, what the fuck is all these people like outside my building? Like, what's going on? I'm thinking it's like a fight or something. One time, like a bunch of people, like, you know, somebody about to fight, or somebody mama about to fight somebody else's mama, somebody, you know, some project stuff. Like, that's what happened. You fought the other mama's son and you beat his son, so his mama got to come over to y'all building with her whole building people, and you get all that. So we thought that was going on. Like my mama putting her hair up. What the fuck is going on? I'm about to beat this bitch ass again. I got to beat this bitch Tanya again. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm knocking on the door. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, cause literally, I just had to go fight my best friend Bubba. God rest his soul. Man, that was crazy. Had to fight my best friend. I'll tell y'all about that later, man.
Oh wow. So Dave, you were a straight up dog in Michigan. What made you come out your junior year?
What up, Harry?
Like I told you, we were already pushing each other. But let me finish that story. So Lloyd Carr comes to the project. We look outside, boom, it's everybody outside, and in the midst of all these black kids and black people, I'm seeing white dude and 2 black guys. I'm like, the fuck? They get ushered up my building, and Michigan here. They just won the national championship. You see what I'm saying?
Sure.
My mama like, ain't nobody ever came here. They leave. It's like, nobody's ever came. She crying, oh my God, like, I feel so special. I'm like, oh my God, Mom, I'm going to Notre Dame. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to Notre Dame. We already took the money. No, I'm just joking.
That was the good one.
Hey, look. No, I'm like, so then Carson, boom, and then boom. I'm like, fuck it, Mom. I guess we going to Michigan. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I got to Michigan. But leaving early was, like I said, it was thanks Hurl's Chicken for the water. 88.
That's vodka, man. Stop playing.
Yeah, it didn't look like no water.
This is water. Fresh alkaline water. Hurl's Chicken water.
From Hell's Chicken?
Yeah, say Harold's on there.
Damn.
Hurl's Chicken alkaline.
They stepped their game up, ain't they?
So we always pushing to leave early. We were always pushing each other to leave early, my whole class. You know what I'm saying? And basically, the way the story went was, to be honest, me and Drew Henson argue about this all the time on who said that they were leaving first. And Drew called me to his apartment. You know, he already had $5, $6, $7 billion. He like, Dave, they about to cut me a check. I'm like, man. He said, they about to pay me first round money, man. They about to give me whatever the top quarterback gonna make, that's what they gonna match me with. I'm like, I guess we're gonna have to go get that money. And who I'm gonna have to play with next year? John Navarre. Man, John Navarre shitted down his leg. UCLA. When Drew had, you feel me? And I'm like, I don't think I can deal. See, I was a nut. Ain't but certain people could handle me in the huddle. I'm like, I want the ball. Throw me the ball every day. Throw me the ball. You got to get the plays in. Like Brady was the best at it though. He was the best at just muting me. Brady was just so finesse. Like, DT, you're gonna get it. Not now, but I got you the next play. I wouldn't care if I got to change it. All right. Let me get this play in. Drew, shut the fuck up, David. Damn.
The impression of Tom Brady is so accurate.
Yeah, I know.
It's just like the calm Tom, like, hey man, you're gonna get the ball, man. Like, I'm gonna get it to you. I just like, it's just so spot. Like, I've heard Julian Edelman do that all the time. That's just very accurate.
I'm trying to tell you, that's the difference of the two, bro.
That's that California shit, man.
It is to try to tell you. I'm trying to tell you, Drew just couldn't have it. So I left, man. I had a baby, man. I had so much responsibility. I had a shit, man. I was in college with a 4-year-old. I had a baby in high school, doing the most. Didn't know that they made fucking condoms, country ass Richmond, Virginia.
That's fair. Hey. So you're at Michigan, right? You have a bunch of, obviously, you're one among a bunch of, really talented weapons and whatnot. Then you go to the NFL, and I thought this was a typo when I was reading it, but the 2004 Bears, it looked like the receivers were you, Bernard Berrien, Justin Gage, and Bobby Wade. And that's it. How did that? I mean, I know they traded Booker in the offseason for Hunlier, which, I mean, probably paid off for the Bears, but, like, how do you manage as one of 4 receivers on an NFL roster? Because that sounds crazy to me.
No, look. I mean, I said to myself, like, shit, we ain't got but 4, so, baby, somebody gonna come out with some. We all should get, we should all have 8 touchdowns.
Yep.
I should have 1,200 yards. You should have 1,000. You should have 900. Boy.
But we didn't have Tom Brady.
Man, we
had Jonathan Quinn.
I would say you had about 8 of them.
Yeah, you had 8. 7 or 8 quarterbacks.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, and that's the money year. Yeah, you're trying to get paid. You're trying to stay around. You're trying to win. Rex Grossman go down. Henry Burris, Jonathan Orr. Dude, it was mean, y'all got the statistician right there. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to always tell him, man, like, I ain't never lead the Bears in drops, bro. But at the same time, look up like how many I led the league one year with the most balls from a dip. I caught a ball from them like I think 7 different quarterbacks in one season.
That's crazy.
That's my money season. That's the money season for me to try to get my money from Jerry Angelo, who did not draft me.
Right. Because I was gonna say when you got drafted, you looking at Marty Booker, Dez White. You looking at remember Dwayne Bates, even Dwayne Bates from
Northwestern.
Northwestern was on.
Man, I wasn't even supposed to go. I wasn't even.
Marcus Robinson was there.
We had to be quite honest with you, man. In hindsight, with the shit, I look back at it like, man, I thought I was going to Arizona or Cleveland with the 2nd or 3rd pick. I wore brown and orange, thinking I was going to Cleveland. I didn't get selected that pick because I had a foot injury. The foot went my 2nd year. I came to the draft. That's why I was saying everything was so fast, so speedy. It should have stayed. I had a stress fracture. The stress fracture, I played my whole first year with a stress fracture. The stress fracture went the 4th game against Green Bay, getting horse collared in Champaign. Broke my foot, out for the next 2 seasons.
Champagne.
Get my fourth year, the 4th year, my money year. Rex Grossman go down. I'm still the wild child. You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like you and Rex were building up a good bit of chemistry? Because I remember y'all had some connections.
We had some, but it was so short-lived. Rex I only had fucking 2, but I had what game did Rex go down? He went down
week 3 against the Vikings.
I knew he went down early in the season, but then that's when that carousel started because you actually had started off hot.
Yeah, you did.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, look, when I left Chicago, I never played again. I never played football again when I left Chicago because I caught a staph infection in New England. I'm walking to the first game in New England. Tom and Richard Seymour like, Dave, man, you went down face first, boom. I wake up 2 weeks later, nigga, I am black, sorry. I wake up 2 weeks.
We say that shit too.
I wake up 2 weeks later, and then it's so real. I wake up 2 weeks later in the hospital with my leg in the air, with the doctor over me, talking about we may have to amputate your leg. I caught a staph infection in New England in the jacuzzi during the last preseason game.
Jesus,
that's crazy.
Was in a coma for 2 weeks.
Damn,
really?
Was asleep for 2 weeks. Wake
that's
up.
What they didn't tell us because I just remember you weren't on the
say shit about that.
You just Denver,
bro. They would never give you the real deal about nobody.
Yeah,
they gonna give you soft details because that's what they do. They're gonna shellac you out the first thing is to make you look as bad as you can. You know what I'm saying? When you ain't, you know what I'm saying? I didn't get a yellow jacket. You feel me? So it's like shit. Whatever happened to Terrell? You feel me? So I went to New England, caught a staph infection, woke up 2 weeks later in the hospital. That's why I say you don't make the club in the tub. Next thing you know, I'm being traded and released to Denver. And I wind up in Denver. Now I'm in Denver with a hole in my leg. You see what I'm saying? Out there playing with Mike Shanahan, Gary Kubiak. You see what I'm saying? Jake Plummer. You see what I'm saying? When I first get there with the hole in my leg, go 13-3 with them fools. You see what I'm saying? Champ Bailey. Then you got to also understand I'm out there practicing. I'm literally practicing with the hole in my leg. You feel me? Gary Kubiak dying to throw me out there. Next year, Jake leave. They get Jay Cutler, Brandon Marshall. You feel me? Now I got the mentor, Brandon Marshall. I was quote unquote the wild child. Brandon Marshall before Brandon Marshall in Chicago. You see what I'm saying? Going crazy. You feel me? So it's like Terrell, deal with Marshall. You know what I'm saying? So it's like talking to Brandon Marshall all the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to heal up and get on the field myself.
So you still trying to get right, and you got to mentor this dude.
Along with Rod Smith on his retirement. Like, when are you just going to retire, Rod? And just get on.
Forever, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, then got Javen Hunter from you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know, that's where it went with me there. And it was, you know what I'm saying? I never played there because I was still hurt. You see what I'm saying? The staph infection closed up. Then my stupid ass from Chicago, I'm actually from Virginia, but playing for the Bears, you have you know, I mean, I felt like I had a responsibility. Obama ran for president.
Sure.
Obama ran for president. When he ran for president, I was his chief surrogate to his campaign while I was on the Broncos.
Nice. I didn't
The
know
Broncos.
That. That's awesome.
You would say nice. Y'all would think it would work, but in actuality, that shit backfired on him.
Oh, how so?
How so? Is
I mean, I got an idea how so, but and if I'm right, you
playing. I'm in Denver. This 2007, going into 2008. Okay, you talking about a black man in 2000? Like, it was still, it won't. Ali Booma, it won't. You feel me? It was still football and politics don't mix.
Right.
Then it's on top of that, it's still the voice, like how these kids is dancing and celebrating and doing the gritty and all that shit. You couldn't do that shit back when we was playing.
Nah, they flagged your ass.
I remember you getting
flagging. What were they saying about me?
I remember you getting flagged the opening day against Detroit for like flipping the ball.
Fuck that. The flags, I could deal with the flags. So I was getting fined. I was cool with it. I was dancing. I was on the goalpost counting money. I was throwing footballs in the stands. I was doing anything outlandish that I could think of just to, you feel me? I was the wild child. We was 13-3 my first year. You see what I'm saying? Every time I score a touchdown, I'm going crazy. Whatever they wanted me to do, I was going to do, a dance or whatever. However, in the paper, he's a arrogant thug. He's this, he's that. You know what I'm saying? Focus on football. Then you got to also understand I'm young. I'm going out. You see what I'm saying? Never got married. You feel me? Got women. Dating a Destiny Child. You feel me? So much going on.
Oh, Destiny's Child?
You were dating a Destiny's Child?
Where was y'all at?
Hey, look,
I tell you, we didn't hear about
look, like you said earlier. Remember what you said earlier? You said they leave out some of the shit, all right? So shit like that.
Jay-Z did put on my jersey for the joint he did that Kanye rapped and said he couldn't get in. Jay-Z had my jersey on. I was a part of the what they call the Illuminati.
Oh, that's amazing.
I was a part of it. You feel me? Like, I was important too. But you know what I'm saying? Like I was saying, they told me football and politics didn't mix when I was in Denver, man. Then they said it was a Republican team. So I been felt like I got Kaepernick. You see what I'm saying? Just who was I to even speak about my trials and tribulations? And they literally told me football and politics don't mix. Period. Now look, swear on everything. Right hand to God on my grandma great Constant Terrell. I came out with this truth. You can ask anybody that played on the Broncos in 2007. Call Champ Bailey. Call Al Wilson. Actually, just ask John Lynch. Sexual link. She ain't gonna lie to you. What is it to lie for now? Well, I'm gonna lie on Pat Bowen, who's dead, God rest his soul, and his family. No, this really happened. Greek Antonopoulos, who was our trainer. I'm allowing you, Greek. No. I had this company called Free Mind. It was a light bulb and angel wings, basically saying, free your mind. Open up the way you think. I had a cartoon picture of Obama's face on it. You okay? So I was telling these dudes, I said, listen, Hillary Clinton, I had just went to Haiti. I went to Haiti in like 06, and then I went back 10 years later in 2016. Okay, when I was in Haiti, bro, I learned so much in Haiti. I was like, the Clintons are somewhat kind of evil. The Haitian people have an embargo on them still to the day, just because they were slaves that beat the French. The French entered an embargo back in 1800s on them people for $1 million. That was like $1 billion then. Poor country. No, you can't. It's no export, import. The G7 got a noose on them. Okay, Hillary Clinton and her family basically running sweatshops over there. These people showed it to me. Okay, the people of Haiti showed it to me when I was there. So I didn't have a hatred of her, but I had an understanding of the wickedness that they had going on. And then when Donald Trump come out and said she's a bad person, you just don't know what she got going on. Y'all know what I got going on, but y'all just don't know what she got going on. Her and her family and her uncles. Just look it up. It's facts. It's facts. I said, you know what? That lady ain't gonna win. Obama was running. I was like, Obama got a lot of good stuff going for him. Senator, black man, wife, awesome. Family, awesome. The Republicans that just ran the market with bushes, running planes into 9/11, all that stuff. It was going to be a Democrat, but who was going to win? Whoever came out of that was going to win. They knew it. It was going to go blue. I rode with Obama, Chicago, not just because he's black. Chicago people roll with Chicago. It's just what it is. Unless you picking between the Cubs or the fucking White Sox.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? So I have a service to this brother because he's from Chicago. It could have been a white boy. You feel me? I was going to campaign for him. The Democratic convention was in Denver then. It was in Denver. Man, I threw the kicker. I had 15,000 at the Air Force Base. Damn. My T-shirts. I put T-shirts in every cubby. An invite, a ticket to the event in every cubby. Gerard Warren called me first. Big money. Dave, don't go. Don't go. Please don't go. Al tried to call me. Champ tried to call me. Everybody was going. Then all of a sudden, we ain't going. We can't go. The only one that showed up, Nate Wright, or Nate. He was a tight end. I got to look Nate last name up, man. Nate showed up. White boy. I said, man, bro, it felt, because I was like, I don't told these people everybody coming. You see what I'm saying? Everybody coming for support. I'm back here with Michelle Obama. We got 10. The only person beside me is Nate. Okay? And after the event come, Obama do his thing, tell everybody turn around. It wouldn't have been on without Dave Terrell. We one of the best feelings of me. You know, they clapped for me. Michelle kissed me on my cheek. Ooh, 15,000. I know, right? And I'm like, man, one of my proudest moments ever, besides my son graduating and going to college.
Hey, since we're talking about some of your proudest moments, I know that how was it playing your rookie year, you and A-Train both on the Bears. How was that? And before we even get there, I know Harry Bird.
I'm about to say, wasn't that Cade
Right.
McNown?
Harry's been waiting.
He was talking about. He said, "Did Cade deserve that bad rep he got in Chicago?"
You know, I never played with Cade McNown.
No. See,
yeah, that was before you, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. All right.
1 year.
Jim Miller. I had Jim Miller
and Shane Matthews.
Well, since you play, I put it to you like this: since you played with all these quarterbacks,
you had Chandler.
Which one was the best one?
Yeah, I was gonna say. And just to be clear, like we're talking Chandler, Miller, Stewart, Grossman, Quinn, Krenzel, Hutchinson, and I think that's it.
No, and I think that's it. That's like 10 of them.
No, you got to remember, on 06, you just pull up our quarterbacks in 2004, the whole list of them. It was like
there were four. There were four that played.
Oh, let me get it for you. Hold up.
There were four that actually played. I think there was another one. There was another one on the roster.
You forgot. Maybe I'm thinking about Jeff George. You forgot Jeff George too.
I don't think he ever.
That was 2006. That was 03.
I don't think Jeff George ever played a down though. I mean, in practice, sure, but I don't think he ever played a down.
Jeff George got in the game.
Did he?
What are you talking about?
I'm gonna look this up because I like 2004. I was 8, but that was when I started watching football, and I just don't remember.
Jeff George got in the game. He got in the game.
This list, okay. All right, so there was, in 2004 we had Jonathan Quinn, Craig Krenzel, Chad Hutchinson, Rex Grossman.
No, and you had Henry Burris.
Yeah, I'm about to say Henry Burris.
Dude, y'all don't have. Y'all don't got
him on the roster.
You got Henry Burris.
Stay off of Wikipedia, guys. Use this.
They probably just didn't have enough like spots to put a name up on here.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Burris was 2002.
Huh?
It says Burris was 02.
Oh, okay. Well, shit.
Yeah, this was 04.
If it's a blur, I totally understand.
Oh, it's definitely a blur.
Well, since he's sitting up there talking about which one of these thousands of quarterbacks your ass played with, which one was the best one?
I can't really put it. I mean,
all right, who had the strongest arm? We put it like that. Who had the strongest arm?
Rex.
No, like shit.
Sauter. I don't even know who the best quarterbacks I played with was I mean. God damn, that shit sucks. But it's not sucking, it sucks. But it's like you talk about Jim Miller and Shane Matthews at the tail end of their career. You see what I'm saying?
And Chandler as well.
And Chandler as well. Then the best thing I had was Rex Grossman young for what, 2 games?
Yeah.
Like,
well, Bullets, I think I'm right. I don't think Jeff George played in 2004.
That was a good comment.
I don't think he played.
Hey, who cares the year
Jeff
the
George
man
got
played?
in the game. I can bet you any amount of money Jeff George got
played. I don't give a damn about the year he played and the sheer fact that in your career as a Chicago Bear, you literally have played with double-digit quarterbacks. That's crazy. That's beyond crazy.
That's the Bears, man.
Jeff George got into the game, brother.
What do you remember? Which game?
Man, look in 2000. When did they pick Jeff George up?
I believe it was 2004. I'm pulling up Wikipedia right now because
stay off of Wikipedia, man. I keep telling y'all that.
Yeah, I don't look at that Wikipedia.
Off of Wikipedia.
Jeff
I'm gonna tell you this.
Got in the game.
I'm gonna tell you this because it's ironic too, because one of your best seasons yard-wise was the season when you had all them damn different quarterbacks. That was crazy.
Hey man,
there was also Cordell Stewart in 03. I think we haven't talked
about
Cordell.
You said Cordell.
Oh right.
Yeah. So D, do you are you following the Bears now?
Yeah, yeah, you know.
So give us your analysis right now on the Bears. What do you think they need to do? Do you think the coach, because we got John here who thinks, JB thinks the coaches and the GM and all of them are full of shit.
Yep.
What are you thinking? Like, tell me about some specific players that you may like, whether it's Justin Fields, the running backs, the receivers, the tight ends, Eddie Jackson.
I think the Bears are in like a somewhat of like a transformation, somewhat you may say, to the point of it's like what are they going to do with Fields right now in the sense of he's hurt? You got 8 games left. I don't know. I wonder if they still running things the same way. If they still run things the same way, they're gonna shut them down. You see what I'm saying?
If they're running it the same way, I wouldn't mind them shutting him down for the rest of the year either. He's already proved he's your guy.
Yeah, he proved it.
Now go out and protect him and get him his weapons.
That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
I think Justin Fields doesn't want that either, though. I think that's like a key thing too.
When you let Quinn and you let your linebacker go and you do like, it's like, what I don't know.
So
I just feel like this is where I go with this, and I do truly feel when they traded Roquan, it was full on tank. They're done. They're tanking. But I mean, obviously, they're never going to come out and say that. But when you're looking at that, you're averaging 30 points a game on offense. Your quarterback is a top 3 quarterback technically during that time in the NFL. Your defense is losing you the game, so you're getting draft status. Right now, the Bears have the number 2 pick overall, and they're a top 3 offense in the NFL. Shit.
I mean, bet you say, what is that number 2 pick worth? It's like, I mean, I look at it like this. You have to say, in essence, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know. The guy that's in the position now,
GM.
He got, how many picks do they have? 14 or something like that?
They got, I believe, 8 or 9 right now.
I think
9.
I think he has 10 actually.
10.
Does he have 10?
One of them went for Claypool.
And then he has 11 in the net following year.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. He got 10 draft. He got 9, 10 draft picks this draft, 11 draft picks the following year. It's kind of like almost like the Kansas City type of thing. It's like he's on like a 3-year gap, 4-year gap. Then you talk about within that 4 year, like what if they gonna be gone from Soldier Field, going to Alum, it's like almost like, you know, out with the old, in with the new, and it's gonna be a new resurgence of everything. We're gonna build. I mean, I can see it. I can see like him in such a way doing the Kansas City type of thing. You know what I'm saying? He built Kansas City up. So
one thing too, David. One thing too, just to let you know, $123 million in cap space they have next year.
And that's what I'm trying to say. Like that's what I was saying when I said it earlier. I was like, damn. When I got drafted, I was like, fuck, man. I lost a lot of money thinking I was gonna be the 3rd pick, but then I came to Chicago, and you come to Chicago, man. It's like, damn, it's like I'm like you going to New York City or LA, you know what I'm saying? And it's exciting to you as a player, you know what I mean? And then when you get into the city gravitates towards you. Chicago like has some of the best fans ever. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of,
thank you.
Like, I mean, regardless of you, like, I went 13-3 my first year, and then lost, and I was hurt. Then got back in, and we lost. You know what I'm saying? Then my 4th year here, we lost. So basically, I'm a fucking loser. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I mean? In essence, like, you know what I mean? We won. We went 13-3, won. We damn near almost lost to Philly, gave the city hope, field, and just that one winning season, you know what I'm saying? Like, is a carryover. So Chicago is like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what, $123 million? I mean, and draft picks. I mean, Chicago's gonna get who they want to get. It's like who and how.
Charter franchise, man. Charter franchise.
Who and how he's gonna build this team is just the next question. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is he gonna give to the new coach? player wise.
So here's my thing.
And I could also see.
Hold on, easy.
After you, JB.
DT don't know this part. All that money. Ain't no David Terrells at the wide receiver core for us to get.
There isn't. But we went out and got him in the draft.
But ain't no Champ Baileys, no Al Wilsons, no Larry. Those guys are not that caliber of player is not available in this free agency. So now you're gonna have a bunch of money to spend on.
But see, I'll say this. The guy. I think he can put together some
pieces.
I
think he can put together some pieces in the draft. Like I said, I think
the draft will be his calling card, not free agents. He has to hit in the draft. He has to.
But I like I said, I think he drafts very well. He drafts Tyreek Hill. He drafted a lot of them good players in Kansas City that nobody was thinking about.
True. Well, he really, full transparency, he wasn't the GM or the assistant. He was on the scouting staff.
But he scouted.
The scouting staff is the ones that sit up there that really do this shit.
The scout
he wasn't the head scout.
Fighting to get him
That's my point.
That's the reason why I think he was a good hire as a GM, because he's done his time as a scout and he saw how to build up a winning ball club in Kansas City, and that's why I think. And also, he played in the NFL. He was on several rosters. So I think that he
was here. Shoot.
Yeah, he was
right.
here.
Yeah. So he's not. It's not like he's far removed from the game at all. He's not out of touch, and that's why I think hiring him is absolutely a step in the right direction.
I'll say this: you mentioned, David, about him scouting and finding Tyreek Hill. Then I look at Velus Jones.
Yeah, nobody understands.
It couldn't be furthest from the same player.
I'm not gonna judge right now. That's why I said we shouldn't judge right now.
But
we can't.
The thing that worries me about GMs in this particular position is they're trying to prove that they're the smartest man in the room, as opposed to sometimes what we don't do in Chicago is make the right trendy pick. Full transparency. We know we shouldn't have drafted Mitch Trubisky.
That was Pace.
We shouldn't have drafted Mitch Trubisky. We should have got Watson or Holmes. But we don't get that. Years back, we shouldn't have drafted Shea McClellan. We shouldn't.
No.
We should have drafted Randy Moss one year when we had him. We got you at the 8th pick because, like you said, we all thought you was gone. We all knew you was off the board. But we don't make the pick. Like, literally, Myles Garrett could be right there and we won't draft him. We won't do it. And that's not a Ryan Poles thing. That's been a Chicago Bear thing.
So we're just gonna always say that we're never gonna have a GM.
That's what it sounds like.
We're gonna have to keep trying.
Right.
But Darnell Mooney was a diamond in the rough.
I'm not saying that you can't find it in the later rounds.
We're talking about the earlier rounds.
That we're not getting, man.
And this is the thing.
Hold on. Let Dave go ahead and respond. Go ahead and respond, Dave.
We're very passionate, Dave.
The person who drafted me was Mark Hatley.
Mark Hatley was before Jerry Angelo.
Yeah, right before Jerry.
All right, but then you got to say this though. Think about it. Mark Hatley drafted my whole draft class and then left that same year.
Mm-hmm.
He got fired. He fired or left. That was a breach of contract. My whole draft class was waiting on me to make a decision if I was going to put us back in a supplemental draft. It was a breach of contract because
because he can't draft you and then leave with your rights, right?
Exactly. He left with the rights, went to Green Bay. Okay. Then they brought Jerry Angelo in the next day. So the breach of contract is this. Not that he left with our rights, that Jerry Angelo came in and was the next GM. And what it is, it's almost like what was the word they said? Fuck, I ain't gonna remember it. But that's why I said breach of contract from the standpoint of Mark Hatley drafted us, left, went to Green Bay the very next day. Jerry comes in as it's like almost like my whole class has just been fucked because the new GM that's in didn't
They're
draft
not his people. They're not his guy.
But not only that, it looked like it's sabotage too, because you look at it. Yeah. He drafts who he drafts, then he goes to a fucking rival.
A division rival.
Yeah, a division rival.
Then Jerry Angelo come out.
I'd like to get to the bottom of that.
Jerry Angelo comes out and says he wouldn't have drafted none of us.
See?
Wow.
Then I'm the first pick.
Yep.
So if I say we going back in the supplemental draft, if I say I'm going back in the supplemental draft, everybody is going. Okay. Now everybody else got their money. Train got paid, Bernard Robinson got paid, Kennard Riley. Kennard Riley got paid. Everybody got paid. They looking at me like, Dave, you gonna fuck our money up. Got to get money back, do this. It's gonna be a total shit show. Ain't never happened.
Right.
That was a loaded draft class, that 2021 or 2001. I mean, excuse me.
Dude, I was this close. That close to saying fuck it. In hindsight, you can say shoulda, woulda, coulda. Jerry never liked us from the jump. That's why my 4th year, I was gone. Train was gone. The whole draft class was gone. And he had started building his own team.
And not very well, by the way.
Hold on.
Got some things right. Go ahead.
That's what I'm trying to say now. He didn't draft Brian Urlacher, but he did draft Devin Hester, and he did draft Lance Briggs. Lance Briggs is a Hall of Famer, regardless of what people want to say.
Hands down, he's a Hall of Famer.
Couldn't agree more.
You see what I'm saying? Then you say they allowed Jerry's picks and his coach to just go out there and coach and do their thing. And it kind of worked. And they went to a Super Bowl. They just lost. They should have played. They should have played Orton and not Grossman.
They should have gave Thomas Jones the ball.
I think they should have played.
Stopped giving Thomas Jones the ball and relied on the quarterback. That's what they shouldn't have done.
I still look Brian Greasy.
No, you played a quarterback. The team camaraderie. You had momentum. You had everything rolling, and you just killed it when you threw Rex up in there.
Well, Rex had played. I think some people conflate the 05 and 06 seasons because 05, that was the year Orton played most of the year. Yeah, Grossman came back in the middle. Grossman came back in the middle of the Falcons game, and then he ended up starting in the playoffs. He
ended up starting in the playoffs. Orton led them to the playoffs.
Right, but then 06 was mostly all Grossman.
06 was their Super Bowl year. It was all.
That's what I'm saying. So during the Super Bowl year, most of it was. Then Rex got hurt, right?
No.
No, that was 05. 06 Super Bowl year, Rex played.
He just tailed off after the Arizona game.
After like week 8, week 7, week 8.
He was actually in the MVP vote.
He had a solid playoff.
I just know, all I know is I won't dare, but I knew it was some shit going on where he won't sexy Rexy no more.
Well, part of it too was in the Super Bowl, and I'm not saying nothing about the deceased guy, rest his soul. The rift between should we play Cedric Benson because he was the number 4 pick overall, and Cedric fumbled.
Well, that right there is where they fucked up at. That's where the GM fucked up at because he had a stud in Thomas Jones, and he went out in the draft and drafted the so-called probably best running back in the draft in Cedric Benson. And then I started a whole
out of any running back.
By the way, who was on the board? Who was on the board when he picked Cedric Benson? Oh yeah, Aaron Rodgers, DeMarcus Ware. Probably would have been better picks. I don't know. I mean, it's hindsight.
That was Phil Emery, right?
Yeah, that was Emery.
No. This was
still Angelo.
That was still Angelo.
It was Angelo.
Okay.
Yeah, and so they had to justify it. It's the same thing that happens in sports. Like if you sit up there and you go spend a high draft pick on a player, just like what happened in Green Bay. You know, they sit up there, they spend a high draft pick on, which I didn't understand. They had Aaron Rodgers. He's doing his thing just like the Bears had Thomas Jones. He's doing his thing. The only reason why Aaron Rodgers is still in Green Bay right now is because Jordan Love doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. Because if Jordan Love had it, Aaron Rodgers' ass have been gone. They would have left him. Just like they let Brett Favre go because they set up there and saw and liked what they had in Aaron Rodgers. It's just that simple.
I mean, I hope
the Bears
right.
fucked up by drafting Cedric Benson. Shouldn't have did.
Yeah.
Love looked okay on Sunday night. I mean, I don't know.
We can't base his stuff off of one game, though. Like, I mean, he needs consistent playing in order to actually prove it.
But the thing is this: they have him at practice. Because I put it to you, it's the same. It's the same thing with Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre. Shit, you didn't see fucking Aaron Rodgers play.
No,
Aaron Rodgers ain't play at all. Brett Favre got all that. They saw something in practice or whatever it was.
That's true.
But I'm just saying, like, the Bears do
He gonna play. But the Bears should be good. I think Ryan Pace gonna do well with his draft picks. He got a lot of them. He got a lot of money. This Chicago, they're gonna build a new stadium. Now the question is this: what happens when a second team comes to Chicago?
I don't see it happening.
I doubt it. That happens.
You mean the Chicago Jaguars?
That's what it'll be.
Economically, I can't see it happening because I don't think that there's enough fucking fans in Chicago that's going to trade on the Bears to become Chicago Jaguars.
You look at it like this in the grand scheme of things. The NFL added 17 games. They added an extra game to the schedule.
They killed the preseason game, added an extra regular season game.
Okay. They had planned on killing 2 preseason games and adding 2 more games.
True.
Okay. So you say this. The 4 largest places in America is New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, Illinois, and Miami. Okay?
Right.
All right. So you say Florida, goddamn 3 football teams.
Yep.
3. All right.
Massive
New York, 2. LA, 3. Chicago, 1.
Yeah.
Ain't no way to say that Chicago ain't got enough fan base in Chicago with the Bears leaving. The Bears going all the way to Arlington Heights.
But they're still going to be known as the Chicago Bears.
If I just
you don't know. We don't know what they're going to be named as.
That's what they're going to be named as. They're not going to change the name.
They can't get rid of it. I mean, that's the thing. People don't remember this, but they tried adding a second team in Chicago in the 2000 era when they were trying to move one over out towards the Bourbon area.
No.
They really wanted to do that. But the commissioner said no. The commissioner came out and said, in honor of the McCaskies in a charter franchise, I do not want another team in Chicago. He said that.
I also think, Dave, I think you're on the right track. I think, Dave, I absolutely see your point, but it's also, I think there's something about Los Angeles. You got the Chargers and the Rams, right? And New York, well, actually it's New Jersey, but still the market is for the Giants and the Jets. I think there's something to be said about the fact that the Bears have, by definition, the largest market in the NFL, and I think that they probably want to keep it that way and not share revenue.
The Bears don't have no say-so on what a vote gonna happen on that's already been made up. It's called a collective bargain agreement.
Right.
It's called it's called some shit that we don't have no control over. It's already been put in the powers to play. The people with the money makes the decisions.
I did hear if the Buffalo Bills moved, one of their locations was Chicago that they were interested in.
So you say this, the con dude that owned Jacksonville.
Oh, he don't want to stay there.
This dude owned one of the biggest apartments here in Chicago that he never go to.
That's
this dude.
That doesn't mean nothing, That doesn't mean.
Let me finish. Then you can say this. The people of Chicago never gonna see the Bears again.
That's the main part.
Theoretically speaking, my brother, you don't have no football in the city.
Nope.
None. Zero. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
The infrastructure of the suburbs is the infrastructure of the suburbs. 355, 294, all that. That ain't 90. That ain't 94. That's not Lakeshore Drive.
Sure.
The infrastructure. I'm gonna just get up and move this phone. So I live downtown, and I actually look over the Soldier Field. So you telling me all these people that live in Nema paying $15,000 a month up in Nema don't want to go over here? So you telling me all these people that live in the Paragon don't want, all these people down here don't want to go over there no more? So that's just going to be a rock star place?
Well,
I'm just going to watch concerts over there?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you just like this, D.
That's just going to be a museum now.
Exactly. Because I'll tell you like this.
So they just going to do away with Soldier Field. When Chicago, just understand this, Chicago's a pioneer town, meaning they already started with two teams anyway.
Yeah,
that's true.
It's true.
The
Cardinals.
NFL is the NFL, and they can play on anything they want to play on. The Bears was owned by George Hallis, not the McCaskies, and he told her not to change her name.
He did.
So what are we talking about?
Well,
If the NFL says, that they already came out and said they're gonna put two more teams. What do you think all these dudes is doing over playing in Mexico, going to London? They just want to put that's called a test, man.
Well,
Test.
Well, tell me this, Dave. Let me ask you this question. Oh, go ahead, Easy, because I know you wanted to get in what you wanted to say.
I'm just saying, look, I mean, the Niners moved from San Francisco to, I think not Santa Clarita, Santa something else. They're not in San Francisco. They're like an hour and a half away. Obviously, New York, they play in New Jersey. So it's like, if the Bears move from the physical space of Chicago, they are like, they're still, I still think they're going to have a Chicago market. I don't think that nullifies that by any means. That being said, you have a great point. You have a great point.
This is what I'm saying. The Bears fans gonna be the Bears fans. You're not gonna ever not. That's just like you. I'm just saying this. Just listen.
No,
If the Cubs is still the Cubs and the White Sox is still the White Sox, Chicago got how many people?
A little over 10 million, right?
And 4 years, like 5 years ago, it was 8 million.
Mm-hmm.
They just got a resurgence of 2 more million. Brother, I'm telling you, they got enough people here to fill up 100,000 feet. They got enough people here to cheer for a new team. That they got enough people that will say, fuck the Bears, they leaving. Motherfuckers, I'm gonna go watch this new team. Fuck that.
All right, so check this out. Hit me out on this one, my Go Blue brother. Check this out. All right, let's say you the owner, right? Let's say you Con, right? You talking about moving the Jaguars here. Are you going to sit up there and bring your squad here and rent Soldier Field out? You don't get no revenue on that. Only time you get revenue is when the Jaguars are playing outside, because that's the whole reason why the Bears are going to Arlington, is because they want their own stadium where they make their money off of it, whether it be year round or whatnot. Not to sit up there like, oh, okay, we generate money here when the Bears play, but when there's concerts and all types of other shit going on, we don't see none of that. None of that, because that's what it is. So if you that owner, are you coming over there? You gonna rent that out? You gonna rent it out?
This is what we in right now. So we in the essence of a true election, a mayor election, where the mayor runs this, and it's called a negotiation, and it's called a mere fact that attraction is what it is right now. COVID shut a lot of stuff down. People got to get back to being the real essence of what America is built on. You know what I'm saying? When the Bears leave Soldier Field and go to Arlington Heights, it's gonna hurt the city.
Absolutely.
It's
Isn't
gonna
it a few
hurt the
years
city.
down the line?
The city will feel the effects and the ripples of the Bears leaving far greater than anything. And then they will start seeing and saying to themselves, like, shit, we got to play fair with people. We're going to have to give up some of the pie.
Now,
But now you're going to fuck yourself.
It's a few years down the line, isn't it?
Now you're going to fuck yourself with the fans.
Everything I've read, it's like at least 5 years away. Is that incorrect?
I mean, if it happens still, because there's still
2026 is when it's going to happen.
Because there's still some Arlington Heights people that don't.
It's going to happen because they're already working. They already got all the stuff in Arlington. Like, I mean, they're having the architects drawing shit up. Like,
it's done. It's already happening. It's like if you got any sense of yourself, if you got any sense of yourself and you got any money, you should be going buying up some stuff in Arlington Heights.
I've tried. It is so hard right now.
So why is it so hard?
Because they know the Bears are going there.
Okay. So therefore, Bears gone. Hypothetically speaking, quote unquote. Let's talk about fans. Let's talk about fans.
Mm-hmm.
How many of y'all, just be honest, how many of y'all would just go see a new team? Just go over there just to see them?
I'll go there just to check them out because it would be interesting and new to me.
If the ticket was free, maybe.
All right, cool. So out of 1, 2, 3, easy. What you gonna do?
Well, I don't live there, but
yeah, I'm a suburban, so I'm 15 minutes.
Sure, I mean, I'd go to any NFL game, right? Like I don't, I go to any NFL game. I'm still on the fence if I ever actually go to Lambeau, but other than that, yeah, I'd go to any NFL game.
Okay, so out of these 4 on this screen, I only had one that said, fuck that. 5 off, like, I ain't going. Fuck that. I'm a Bear diehard. The other 3, so they know that. It's easy to say, man, you got people that live in Chicago that like Green Bay Packers.
That's true.
My neighbor is a Green Bay Packer fan. Son of a bitch.
I know someone who was a Bears fan all his life, and recently he made the switch to being a Packers fan.
Then he's a douche.
Worst person.
Then you're a douche.
Most suspect decision one person can make.
So, Khan, if you listen to this, man, go in and hire me as a liaison. I ain't doing nothing, man. I can call here and talk for you, brother. Those are the people they're going to go after. All the Chicago people that's Green Bay fans.
Mm-hmm.
Come on to watch the new Bear. Come on over here.
They won't sell that place out.
They will. All right, you'll see.
It'll take a while. I think it'll take a few games.
No, but you look at trends,
I think they still will, but the prices are cheap.
Played for the Bears when they were blacking out the Bears games because the motherfuckers won't come in.
Yep.
And y'all want to talk about they won't sell it out. What are you talking about? It just they start just now. We go on. It's like Detroit.
Do you think it's more likely a team moves to Chicago than, say, London, Mexico City?
Mexico City's easy.
I think Mexico City's going to get
Mexico City's easy. London's too hard.
Yeah.
They want to go somewhere outside
that charter
of the
flying out there week to week. That's
first of all, El Chapo killed Mexico City. The kidnappers killed Mexico City.
Fair. It's fair.
Look, I forgot about
ain't
that.
nothing going on in Mexico City.
It's gonna at least be
come on, guys. Let's be real about this, man. London, yes. Mexico City, over.
I think Mexico City is more of like a one-time-a-year kind of thing.
London, it's over, bro. It's over for Mexico City. It's over. All the Trump, the wall, killed Mexico City. Killed it.
I mean, they just had a game there last week. That's why I'm saying, I think that's all there is to it.
They will have a game. listen, I'm trying to tell you, they definitely in the collective bargaining agreement, they got plans on adding 2 more expansion teams.
Correct.
They wanted the 2 teams to be London and Mexico. Mexico not happening.
Right.
It's not happening.
No, I'm with that. No, I was just asking,
But I want to go back to what DT said throughout football history, and I'll say more recent history. Oh, nobody was going to be a Carolina Panthers fan. Nope. They got a huge fan base.
People love football.
There's nothing in Carolina.
Listen.
The fuck are you talking about?
Listen. You shut up. You stupid. Listen.
No, you stupid with your delusional ass.
And when the original Cleveland Browns moved to Baltimore, what's the first thing they're going to say? Oh, we not going to root for Baltimore. That ain't even real Cleveland. What happened? Picked up a fan base, won a couple Super Bowls.
They said that Baltimore, won't nobody ever going to go to Baltimore games. They said Baltimore was a shit place.
Correct.
All them black people, that place, they ain't no but dope in Baltimore. The Redskins, ain't nobody gonna go selling out.
Correct. So you're right. The plan is in place. Even like I'll tell you, a couple of years ago, just remember the chatter of how many people said, "Man, we can't have football in Vegas. We'll never do that." Blah 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 blah. Then that money started turning people's heads, and what happened? Vegas, one of the coldest stadiums ever built. Vegas. So let's not make it seem like that it's out the realm of possibility that another team could come to Chicago. It could very damn well happen.
Nobody's saying that another team can't come to Chicago. What I'm sitting up there saying is that other team is not going to be nowhere near as successful or have the fan base that the Bears have. That's the difference. The places that you were talking about, there wasn't no fucking team there. There was no other team to compete with that.
It's not about I'm sure it can happen. I just don't want it to happen.
Chicago Bears will always be the Bears. Period. However, it's enough people here to have 2 teams.
I love that switch.
I'll tell you one thing, though. Out of a lot of people, though, Chicago is a very loyal city. If you're a Cubs fan, you're not a fucking Sox fan, and vice versa. That's just how it is. So it will be interesting to see, but Chicago is an NFL football city, so it might be okay down the road.
Hey, but don't let it be a team that jump quick and start winning. You'll see that ship like.
Let them get a team. Let the Bears go 2-17, and the new team is playoff.
You know what? I think it'd be just like the Cubs and the fucking Sox. I'm a fucking Sox fan, but this is my thing. I know the Cubs have more fucking friends. They sell out every motherfucking chance they get. I ain't sitting up here saying that, this franchise gonna fail. You can bring another franchise in this motherfucker. Go ahead. This bitch always and forever will be a fucking Bears town. Fuck all the shit about the Jaguars coming here and whatever bullshit ass other franchise want to come here. This motherfucker is going to be a fucking Bears town. This is fucking Chicago. Don't fucking forget it.
I'm with you, brother.
They're Jaguars in Chicago?
I guess what I'm saying is
I ain't never seen the Jaguars in Chicago.
I never said Chicago's off the table. I just think there are other places that might be just as likely or more likely. London, one of them. I know
that's why I keep telling you, it's going logistically. They've already said it's way harder to get to London than it would to put a second team.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm telling you.
I see them having that luxury one-game thing in London for the rest of the fucking.
I know it's not convenient, but I mean, it's all about expanding the league globally, and it's gonna make it's gonna make a lot of money.
Well, you know, some
home games you gonna play in Wembley Stadium.
Shit, I don't know.
I mean, Look, I'm well aware of how much of a logistical nightmare it is, especially for whatever team would be out there.
You can play hockey up there.
But you know what?
They don't want to play there now. They complain about the travel and the trip. They complain about the buys not lining up.
We're going to talk about this far enough. Let's get into the game. And matter of fact, Easy, hit them highlights, baby. Let's go ahead. Let's get some of these highlights in. Shit,
All right, here we go.
6 for Simeon and the Bears' first drive. Montgomery breaks the tackle. Gets a first down and more into Jets territory. Fields as the backup to this point. Off play action underneath. He's got Evans and Darrington Evans with a lot of room. Darrington Evans stays on his feet and yep. And that ended the shopping trip. Said they were too distracted to do any shopping from there. They drove to the egg this week, right? Simeon with the deep throw. Wants Claypool. Chase Claypool has the catch. Third down and goal here. Simeon over the middle. Threads it through.
Really good coverage. It's one-on-one on the back. It's thrown underneath. I mean, look at the positioning right there by DJ Reed. He's played it perfectly. He just doesn't finish the play.
Second down and 6. Mike White gets sacked. That is Armon Watts. His first sack as a Bear. The Bears from their own 1-yard line. Montgomery had a hole. David Montgomery gets him that breathing room and then some. Yes, he is. Montgomery again, another gaping hole. And David Montgomery gets back penalty yards and then a few more. Coming in, he's got 2 contested catches today with his first Bears touchdown. Montgomery swerves outside. David Montgomery keeps on going all the way to the 9. Third and
highlights we got.
That was a short highlight game, that's for sure. You weren't getting much from that game.
It's one of those things where, as I was putting it together, I just thought it was funny how you pretty much
we
lost him. I'll keep
an
eye on him. Hopefully he'll get back on.
Well, I just think it's funny how when I was putting together that tape, it was like, oh, nice play by the Bears. Nice play by the Bears. Nice play by the Bears. But if you look at the scoreboard at the bottom, we keep on losing by more and more points. And those are always the funniest highlights put together in a very, very sad way. Also, can we just talk real quick? Like, I don't think we talk about him enough, but David Montgomery, I just love the way he plays with
great game. He had
I love that guy.
What happens when he actually gets touches?
I know. It is going to be an interesting year, man. It's going to be an interesting offseason to find out what they're going to do with him.
I think they should pay him and front load the contract because of just the sheer amount of cap space that we have. Like, there's no way they're going to spend it all. I think there's something to be said about paying a player. I know injuries. I know plenty of running backs in the league. I think there's something to be said about paying someone who plays with that much heart. And
DT, we're talking about David Montgomery right now.
Y'all think he's gonna get paid? Y'all think he's gonna get?
My question is, do you think the Bears are gonna pay them? Because I think as a lot, because Herbert has come on. You got him a lot cheaper. He's still on your rookie deal, and he's still a very good running back. But David Montgomery is just a different running back. The guy is an absolute beast. He never goes down at point of contact. When you have a struggling offensive line, David Montgomery is a great blocker. All right, you can put him out on the outside to catch the ball. Like he was the one who caught that all-around
gorgeous pass last week from Fields.
Yeah. Oh, that was a beautiful
I think he's not. I think his play is. He's a great player. Him and Justin Fields will be great together. I think. The thing is, he's up for contract.
What he's gonna want.
That's the whole pickle. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, what are they gonna pay him? That's what I'm saying. Are they gonna pay him? It's like, I don't know.
The question is also, what's his market value? Top running backs in the NFL right now are around $15 million a year. We can't pay him.
Yeah, I think it's 14. I think what's his name makes it. Yeah,
I think top running back.
David, turn your phone again. I'm sorry. Turn your. Yeah.
I think he can get a 4-year, $20-something million deal.
That'd be great.
That'd be great, but I don't think he's going to take only like 5 years or $5 million though. I mean, I think he's worth more than that. Obviously,
7. Could you get him $7 million?
I would pay him 7, maybe even overload at 8, but I wouldn't want to go anything over 8.
I do.
Yeah. I would. You got to rebuild that offensive line.
So I do 28 over 4, and then like front load the hell out of it, so he gets his bag a little early, and so like we're paying him in the year when we have an ungodly amount of cap space.
Exactly.
That's just me.
Is he going to play this whole year?
Pardon?
He's going to play this whole year, right?
Yeah, because he got to get some numbers. He got to get some numbers to raise his dollars a little bit.
Yeah. Where is he at stat-wise right now?
He's not a huge stat guy because he
Well, he just started running the ball the last 2 weeks.
Herbert
because
got
Herbert got hurt.
They were kind of splitting the
They were splitting a lot of time, and Herbert was getting a lot of red zone carries, but they were also doing a lot of red zone QB runs with Justin, not giving Montgomery the ball with even having the full.
One thing, if you read past just yard totals, one thing Montgomery always does very, very well is he always averages the most yards after contact and like the least yards before contact. So,
and breaking tackles.
So he gets hit very early because
the line.
The line, and that is probably the biggest struggle in his game. He does not see the hole as quickly as, say, Khalil Herbert does. That's Khalil Herbert's gift.
Montgomery makes up for that with patience and just like grit. Just great.
And he time consuming. He kills the clock very well too. When you have it because
let me throw this wrench in real quick. If you Ryan Poles, do you listen to any of the talk about Saquon Barkley wanting to come here?
No.
Yeah.
New York not gonna let Saquon go.
He a free agent. He is his choice.
It's his. He's not. Giants are going to give him the most money. He's not going to get that type of money elsewhere.
Giants have a lot of money. They don't have as much as us, but they have a lot.
What if he don't want to be there?
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
I'm just spitballing.
I mean, they're what 8-2 though this year.
Look, hell no. Nah, they lost 3 or 4 games now. They started out hot, but they lost 3 or 4 games. I'll put it to you like this: if you Saquon, you got to look at it like this. Okay, I got the Giants. We having a good year. Do I really trust Daniel Jones?
No, and
I think Daniel Jones is going to be here for the long run.
No,
Daniel Jones is just the second.
Can I go to Chicago where I know that they can also pay me a bag, but then I get a chance to play with Justin Fields?
That's what. See, now you hear, brother.
You know.
Yep. That's key.
And tell you the truth, even though our record sucks, I think our future looks brighter than fucking New York.
Oh, 100%.
Absolutely. Because Daniel Jones is he's doing that Mitch Trubisky thing where it's like, is he good? Is he not? Like he's kind of on the fence.
And he's been like this his whole career.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, I mean, I just think they're in a very
similar. And he's on his third coach,
by the way.
He's on his third coach.
Yeah, but they found their coach. Like that's a big thing. At least they feel as of rookie right now.
Okay, I hope you guys are watching the comments. You see that? Paid Montgomery $3.5 million. Pay him $4.
There's no Anthony. As much as I would love for Montgomery to do that, there's no possible way he would accept that.
I would be damn offended if you said, "Hey, we love you. We want to keep you. We give you 3.5." What?
Yeah, that would be like the Bears just said, "Fuck you, please leave."
Because I already told you what I think, David. I don't think he's staying. I actually think he'll be a Buffalo Bill next year.
If he's a Buffalo Bill, that Bill's
because he fits what they need, and unfortunately, Buffalo's in a situation where their leading rusher is their quarterback.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But I mean,
and they got money. The Bills, as crazy as it sounds, they got money. They can pay Montgomery.
They can pay him that 7 to 8 and put him in position to possibly go to the Super Bowl.
Well, here's his stats so far.
In that position, I'd say, but
Ryan, the GM and the Bears are playing on too the fact that Justin Fields did show the only thing he needs to field wise. I mean, a lot of, like I said, Chicago got a lot of money. They got a quarterback. They got a good tight end.
Thank you.
You
hear that, Foul?
It's like
big
stiffy. You don't like the tight end?
Nah.
Foul hates him. He's a Michigan guy.
I'll put it to you like this.
He's a Notre Dame guy.
He all right. To me, Komet is more like a old school type tight end. He's not a Kelsey. He's not a Kittle. I don't think that they drafted him to sit up there. He's a better blocker to me than it is receiver.
He's a good blocker.
So that's what I was
and he has a problem with dropping the ball and putting that bitch on the fucking goddamn grass too.
Not the second half of the season so far.
This year's been a lot better.
Okay, I see his ass fumbled again. You see that shit?
Yeah, he fumbled again.
Yeah, I know. Frank, your ass was quiet Sunday. You real fucking quiet Sunday.
I didn't watch too much of Sunday.
We
got the Notre Dame guy up here.
I switched to Baltimore.
Sorry for him.
At a certain point,
so let's because I want to hear from David, especially on this topic. Let's address the elephant in the room because it's really pissing me off when I read some people's tweets and comments on social media talking about now we got a quarterback, talking about Simeon and his 25.
There's not even a point to bring that shit up.
No, oh my God. I think because this is the man that caught the ball from 19 different quarterbacks. So I want to find out what's going on, because now watching the game, David, I saw them call a different style passing game for Simeon than they do for Justin.
They did. They did. And I was frustrated about that watching the game too.
Yeah, because you say it like this, like there's no reason why they just. It's like with 11 and.
Oh, you talking about when they in 11 personnel?
No. The receiver, carpool.
Oh, Moody.
Moody's 11. Claypool's 10.
Yeah.
Then the other kid we got, Moody. It's like
Moody didn't get any targets.
And that's what I was about to say. It's like
Moody busted up his ankle.
That was late
like in the third quarter. Late in the third quarter.
That was late. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, we come out with a first 15 selection of plays.
Scripted, yeah.
Strip. You see what I'm saying? Like, and that 15 strip of plays is almost gonna give you like that feel of what's coming next. You know what I'm saying? We got a few mix of some passes in this joint. We got a few mixes of some runs. So you can kind of gauge. And I'm like, when they gonna give Fields like, it's like
I agree with you, Diab.
A slant where he just get it, whoop, and hit the slant to number 11.
Say that again, because you said a slant, right? If you throw that quick slant, it don't matter about the line at certain points because you're getting rid of the ball.
He getting the ball going quick, getting it to the receiver hands quick. You literally putting the defense in a different mindset with them now. Now it's like, you know what I'm saying? You play to his key qualities. You know what I'm saying? Along with the line ain't looking too good. Okay, cool. Get it out of his hands quick. Then he running the hell out the ball. Scheme the runs for Montgomery. You see what I'm saying? To play off of Fields.
I agree, Jeb.
It's like when he rushed for them 200 yards, man, it was like that next game. Everybody's supposed to, it was like, but now, like they said, you don't want to hear it, but it's like, okay, at least we got a quarterback now. You saw the flashes.
Yeah, but they treating our quarterback like a running back. But you just gave us plays where he could be a quarterback.
And that's why he hurt his shoulder.
Yeah. That's why I wish they wouldn't only call running back. Call regular passing plays, and if it breaks down, he'll run.
Okay, if y'all think, listen, you can literally look and see when Buffalo Bills are calling run
those
plays.
Design plays, yeah.
Yes. He gonna get it. He gonna take 2 steps and run. And
he is very rarely even touched when he does those design runs, Josh.
And most of them design runs is in the red zone. You know what I'm saying? Goal line, and he just walking in the end zone. Everything else is a pass play, and it's saying, hey, it breaks down, go and do your thing. Justin Fields is good enough to where you don't have to, you can do his PRP to runs because that's just a part of football. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But you can scheme more passes for him to where he get out the pocket, and he's going to always be able to beat one man.
Easily.
No doubt. So you got a spy on him.
They put a spy on him and they still couldn't stop him.
They still can't stop him. So design some passes and do the fucking Mahomes thing.
That's always what I said too, man. That is what I said. I am perfectly fine with them keeping design runs in Fields' game. I'm fine with that. But if you look at that stretch where he was doing so extremely well, he was not getting touched on those hits. Those were smart design plays. The game he got hurt, those design plays were right up the middle, right in between the linebackers, right in the middle where you are going to get crushed no matter who you are. Those you can't call.
The man also said out himself, his body is tired. He said that 23 years old.
Yeah, and there's no doubt he is running too much. I'm not denying
overdoing it.
But this is the thing though. What do you want? I mean, I honestly this is a big question. Is if you drop him back, he's gonna get hit.
David just told you.
He's gonna get hit.
The quick passing game.
I don't understand why they don't call those plays. I really wish I can find out why the hell they don't call those plays. They didn't for Fields.
It's the same. You see the same package. You see that if you just look at it's like we don't have Travis Kelce, but we got 85.
I say use him. He there, use him. Use him.
Use him. If you cannot say Fields ain't Patrick Mahomes, but he fucking Patrick Mahomes, man. He's
okay. I don't know about all that.
He can be.
Let me say you why. He maybe y'all gonna say, man, he ain't as accurate as Patrick Mahomes, which he's not.
Is. I've seen it. I've seen he can be.
But that's what I'm saying. He can be as accurate as Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. He can be.
That one play easy that you were talking about, that throw that he made to Montgomery, there is very few freaking quarterbacks who can make that.
Absolutely. That's a Patrick Mahomes throw.
Go outward, lofted it over the. It was Patrick Mahomes is the only guy who can make that freaking throw.
But believe me, I know all that. I just think when we're talking about Patrick Mahomes, we're talking about kind of like a total separate category. Like there's, when I say Mahomes, tier one of quarterbacks, Patrick Mahomes isn't in tier one. He's in his own planet. I think, it would be awesome if Justin were able to get there, but I don't
you can't get there with the amount of people around him.
All right, see, this is where I go in on people. I like Patrick Mahomes. I think Patrick Mahomes can be one of the all-time greats. The thing about Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes at the end of the day can still be a wild card. We like Patrick Mahomes, and a lot of people fall in love with Patrick Mahomes because of a lot of the flashy shit that he does, like looking over here and throwing the fucking ball over there.
I know where you're going with this.
You sit up there, you fall in love with that. Patrick Mahomes, yeah, he's a good quarterback, but at the same time, you had people when he won his Super Bowl sit up there and said, man, Patrick Mahomes, shit, by now I probably have 2 or 3. He's only had 1. He's only got 1. And tell you the truth, I don't see him getting no time soon.
Oh, I mean,
one of the reasons why.
Let's not pretend he didn't get back the next year.
I don't. The reason why I say I don't is because it's not necessarily on his skill. It's on the amount of money that he sit up there and that he took. Where he's not going to be able to sit up there and get those other players around him to sit up there and help him win one because of the amount of money that he took.
He's actually doing it now.
Yeah.
Doing what? What has he won?
That's what I'm saying. In touchdowns, he leads the league in.
I sit up there and said a Super Bowl. I didn't sit up there and say about his accolade. I said he's gonna need some more players around him to win get that Super Bowl again. He's gonna need some more players around, but it's gonna be hard though because they can't really afford it.
They're damn close this year.
He can win it.
They've been close every damn year.
I'm saying,
but they haven't done it.
He was supposed to fall off a cliff without Tyreek Hill, and he's actually having better numbers than when he had Tyreek Hill.
And I mean, it's just like
nobody's count. I'm not disputing this number. I just don't think I don't see them winning a Super Bowl again.
Hey, Chris, he's been a starter for 4 years. He's been to 2 Super Bowls and 4 AFC championships. He gonna get another one.
You sure?
Get another one.
Thank you. Like this shit just like it's just gonna happen. That shit don't happen.
It just don't happen. The shit just don't happen. I'm just saying. I was just basically using it. I was just saying Fields can easily take the Bears to the level that Patrick Mahomes took Kansas City. However, we don't have Andy Reid here.
No, we don't.
Which is important. That's a hell of a playbook.
That's a hell of a coach.
That's all I'm saying. Hell of a coach that took Patrick Mahomes and just
unleashed him.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, he allowed him to be him.
If we can do that with Fields, we can do that with Fields.
I don't think Getsy can because you look at it. Here's the logic where I say it messes my head up. Justin Fields doesn't have an adequate offensive line, so let's run him a lot. But the minute Trevor Siemian comes in, who can't run, he's able to script the passing game to, for the most part, keep him clean. 25 attempts, a lot of quick passes. He had if he had an arm, he might have had 2 touchdowns. But he ain't no damn arm.
That's what I said. I said that already. I told you that when they sit up there and said that Trevor Siemian was playing, I went in our chat and I sit up there and said there's going to be a totally different game plan.
Yeah, we said it at the same time. Yeah.
Because for the simple fact that you got a quarterback that's non-mobile. See, they take his ability to run and sit up there and try to use that, but you shouldn't.
Too much.
You shouldn't. You should sit up there and treat him like he is a non-fucking mobile quarterback and tell him, throw the motherfucking quick slants, how to running back do flares, throw curls, shit of that nature. Get rid of the ball fast.
But see, let me say something else, guys. Please. Let me say something else real quick. Along with getting the ball away fast is like this too, though. Like I'm saying, you got just say. Let me give you. We got two receivers on the left side. We got 11 out wide. We got Moody in the slot. We got 85 at tight end, and we got the other receiver on the backside.
Okay? Which was Pringle Sunday.
All right, Pringle on the backside. All right, here we got Justin Fields in the backfield. Second and 10. Second and 12. Okay. We'll say 2nd and 8. No, I'm gonna give you a script of a play. You're gonna take Moody, send him on a go route where he gonna impede that middle safety. 11 gonna come outside and he gonna run you a simple dig route, which is 13 to 15 yards and come on across the middle.
11's Mooney. Do you mean Claypool?
He means Claypool. Yes.
Claypool.
10.
Sorry.
10.
Claypool.
He was 11
from Pittsburgh. From Pittsburgh.
He was 11 in Pittsburgh.
From Pittsburgh. 85 gonna come on a shallow cross. Just come on.
Dagger.
On shallow cross across the middle. Okay.
This is Dagger.
Whatever you want to call the play. I don't know what it's going to do. You want to call it Dagger, call it Dagger. Justin Fields is just in the pocket. The pocket squeeze him to the left. He got Pickett. He on a comeback, coming right back down. Dagger. You got Dagger. You got people going boom, boom, boom. Linebackers got to drop, crossing routes. Lineman got to block. 4 rushers coming, 5 rushers coming. Justin Fields got a scheme. He get flushed out the pocket. He can run the ball. People are downfield. They break off their routes. He can throw it. That's a simple play call. They call Patrick Mahomes pass plays. Here's the pass play. The pocket breaks down. Run the ball. See your lanes. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
With the dive, you can still get him the dive action out of that as he looking. You see what I'm saying? For the running back on play action, pocket breakdown, run the ball.
So Dave, just to be clear about what you're saying instead of calling design quarterback runs all the time, they should just call regular pass plays, and if the play breaks down, Justin can take off.
Yes.
There we go. Maybe you should be the offensive coordinator.
No, I'm gonna give you simple things. You can look it up. Drew Henson, that motherfucker was an athlete. Straight up. Thanks. Tough. White boy could do everything. Was the Buffalo Bills dude. We never called one run for Drew Henson. Lloyd used to tell him, I'm hearing, and they coach Drew different than Tom. They never one time encouraged Tom. Tom always had someone to dump the ball down to. Mm-hmm. He always had a back or even a tight end that was just there for him to just dump it down to. He ain't got to run. Your ass stay here to the last second. You chip block, And then even if you get on the ground, you got to jump back up so he can dump that thing to you. That's always a part of Tom's play. That's in Tampa. Yep. That was in New England. It was always a part of him.
It was.
They knew they won't go get none of this.
And you know, and going off of that, you know who's very good at catching those checkdowns and taking them pretty far, as we saw on that highlight tape, is David Montgomery.
Phenomenal at it.
Because he can make a guy miss in space. He'll always make
who else? You know who else do good at? But now he don't even run no more. But because he got hurt. But the Cowboys with Prescott, they never called run plays for Prescott. It was always pass plays. They used to have them design runs when they needed to try to get a first down. When it's like
his rookie year, a little bit.
32, and he got to run to the sideline and try to.
It felt like they did it when they felt like they didn't have an offensive line in Dallas, though. When they had a struggling offensive line, they kind of did those design runs, and that's very similar to like what the Bears are doing right now.
No, that's wrong because when Prescott first got drafted, he had a line. He just
matter of fact, he might have had the best fucking line in football.
Centers, I remember,
but it's just it don't matter. It's just like they going if Justin Fields is not Lamar Jackson.
I was gonna give you a little trivia, Dave. A little trivia. What do Randall Cunningham, Michael Vick, RG3, Lamar Jackson, Justin Fields all have in common?
No Super Bowls.
I know.
Black quarterbacks without a Super Bowl?
No, they run too damn much and always end up getting hurt.
Randall Cunningham definitely.
I'll make one counter to that. Lamar's been hurt one time.
It's all it takes. What are you talking about? It's all it takes is one time.
That's fair, but generally, I feel like Lamar specifically.
Lamar's a tough.
Lamar for how long he's been playing already.
He's also smart. He's very cerebral. He knows it's okay to.
He doesn't take a lot of hits either.
Yeah, he's smart. He's very savvy about not taking hits.
But if you notice, Lamar has stopped. He doesn't run as much as he did, and they don't call as many design runs for him as they used to.
On the line now.
I mean, he's still over there the wide receivers. They okay.
He's kind of like Bears, a couple of number twos, but no official number one.
He got a better wide receiver core than the Raiders do.
They need to.
I'm gonna say
Lamar Jackson.
I don't know if I said.
What you tell me? Wait, say that one more time. The back. The Bears got a what?
The Bears receivers are way better than Baltimore receivers.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Now the tight end,
Mark Andrews is a dog.
Don't you diss my tight end? Leave my tight end alone.
Mark Andrews is a beast.
I like Andrews.
No, Mark
Andrews. I rock with him.
Yeah,
Mark Andrews is like
Jordan.
Okay.
Yes.
Obviously.
Let's talk about this. Hold on, I don't mean to cut you off. Let's answer. Anthony got a question.
Can you brothers answer whether or not we're taking intentionally? If not, while we're playing all these third stringers, well,
shit, because we hurt.
I mean, that is a big part of it. We're hurt too, but we also traded them all the way for cap space and draft picks.
Brisker's injured. Mooney's injured. Gordon's injured. Fields is injured now. Can't believe I left out the quarterback. Herbert. Yeah, like it's because we're ailing. That's the reason. And I mean, tanking the front office might be tanking, but the players aren't tanking.
The players are still playing. Like
Mr.
the players
Terrell,
aren't
let me ask
tanking.
you.
The players.
Did you ever go out there and say, "I'm going to lose so this
team
gets a better draft pick"?
No.
They're not tanking. They ain't tanking.
Hey,
they ain't tanking.
I'm gonna throw this alley-oop to foul mouth. We watch the games together all the time. Bears record easily, give or take a game, 7-4, 8-3 this season, easily.
Could be.
Easily could have been higher.
Yeah.
Easily, right?
Yeah.
But we've always gave it up at the end of the games.
No. We didn't just give it up. You saw bogus play calling,
and that comes down
to plays. You saw zero. Dang, what you gonna do against a zero blitz?
Man,
shit, right?
With no freaking defensive.
You might take that shit to the house.
Go route. Throw it up, coach.
Yeah.
So they're doing it on purpose, which is why I say you're playing with my intelligence because you played, and I'm not saying you got top tier talent, but you played well enough because Justin is that good of a ball player to be in almost every single game except for 2. And you telling me your coaching prowess made you lose? Misuse of timeouts. I'm going to call quarterback draw. screenplay, we gonna punt and lose the game. Stop playing with me. You too damn worried about this goddamn draft pick that if you don't get right anyway, and who's to say it's a crapshoot anyway?
Can't they just I don't understand why they can't just be stupid.
You play to win the game.
The players
obviously play to win, but can't they just be making mistakes? Oops, you made a bad call.
No, you want to know why? Because I've seen too many games that they've gone and been in where they've made very smart fucking plays.
Very smart call, and then they say,
fucking smart plays.
Real quick.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, I'm towards the end of the game. Oh, okay, like you said, let me run this play right over here, or let me. My fucking quarterback is talking about his fucking legs the last
in the box. We're gonna run a halfback dive in the box.
We're talking about the Falcons game was where the play calling at the end got very weird.
The Lions game
at the end
play calling got weird.
I'll stand by that.
It's almost every single game it got
kind of weird.
The only game I think they were trying to win and it got took for them was the Vikings game because Buddy tried to do too much instead of getting out of bounds and got that ball stripped.
Okay, but how about the Miami game when Claypool was pulled to the ground?
That's a referee thing. That's a referee thing. But
that's not
what play did they call right after that?
They called the play that got. I don't remember. I don't know the exact play, but they had guys at the sticks and Fields put the ball on the money and the receiver dropped it.
Nah, they called a rollout play. It was basically a rollout play. Yeah,
they called a rollout play, but it was an easy right through the hands first down catch.
The thing is that it still cuts the field in half.
It still cuts the
field in fucking field in half.
But the play worked.
And also,
technically worked. I could have caught that shit with my feet. That was an easy freaking catch.
And I'm 100% sure. I'm 99% sure it wasn't a called rollout. I think Field was improvising, and he improvised very well.
That's the thing. He put up the numbers, in my opinion. David, you watch, you tell me. In my opinion, those games where he was excelling and having success, 2-3 touchdowns a game, maybe 2 passing, 2 rushing, whatever it was, he was doing that in spite of what the actual play calling was because he's a dynamic athlete.
Yeah.
A couple times I could tell just by playing quarterback, he said, fuck that play and I'm taking a shot because this dude is 6'4" and wide the fuck open.
You're going to see, I think, man, it's tough, man. Justin Fields he's good, man. I look, that first game when he had that breakout game, I was like, man, they need to run all the plays that they run for Lamar Jackson. I literally was like, they need to get the Ravens playbook and they need to do everything the Ravens do. Period.
Ravens OC, everything.
But then I'm looking and I'm like, damn, like he ain't really Lamar Jackson. He's not Lamar Jackson, so, and it's not to take nothing away from him, but he's not. Lamar Jackson is like that hard-headed ass kid from the ghetto that did a double flip off the swing, failed, hit his head on the ground, got right back up. Mama, I'm fine.
And did it again. Yep.
Did it again.
So who is Justin? Does he have a comparison?
Yeah. He's that kid that, didn't grow up in the ghetto, but he come to the ghetto to hoop with them boys.
He can get out with them.
And he can get out with them.
Right.
But you foul his ass hard and throw him on the ground, he going to get hurt a little bit.
Well, okay, let's back up a little bit because remember in that championship with Georgia, he did get his ribs fucked up and he came back.
That was Clemson. When he beat Trevor Lawrence.
Excuse me. Thank you. I don't know why I had Georgia on the mind, but yeah, against Clemson, gets his ribs all fucked up, comes back in, makes some plays, made a bunch of 6 touchdown passes, right? I think he's tougher than we're giving him credit for.
He's very tough.
He's young.
Very tough, but this ain't Clemson.
This ain't right.
These aren't college kids.
These ain't college kids.
That's
a big difference.
Well,
and
this is the thing.
You got to listen to what I'm trying to say. You got to show that you can play with these grown boys and you can consistently just take that hit and take it. Old boy has shown that from the Ravens. Like he go at them. He's a true running back playing quarterback. Justin Fields is a quarterback playing quarterback.
You know what? This is what I put it as. If we want to sit up there and compare him, Lamar Jackson is more so of a sports car. You know, he ain't going to take too many hits. He going to slide and glide and all that shit. To me, Justin Fields is more like a TRX, a big Ram, heavy duty.
No, but first, you mean
700 horsepower type truck. Like he's bigger than Lamar.
Well, that's what you got.
He's gonna hit people. You know what I'm saying? But he's also fast to take off. But the thing is this: we got to remember Justin Fields. His 2 years here has been hit more than any quarterback in the National Football League. That's more than Lamar. Even though you may sit up there and say like, "Oh, Lamar this, Lamar that," Justin Fields has been hit more than any quarterback in the NFL in his first 2 fucking years.
Also,
yeah, design runs.
Not just design runs.
He's get protected like Lamar Jackson does.
He's been hit more in the pocket. He's been hit more in the pocket.
But it's just his in totality. He gets hit more in the pocket. Now he may not. He gets hit when he's going outside of the pocket. He also there's so many. The Chicago Bears are sitting up there sending emails and shit to the NFL telling them why the fuck quarterback not getting fucking protected. How the fuck is he constantly keep getting hit in the fucking head and there's not a fucking flag?
Even on slides.
Even on slides when he's sliding.
Grady Jarrett should have Grady Jarrett leaned into him and probably did the damage
they find fucking Kyler Gordon tripping this son of a bitch with his fucking goddamn hand and this son of a bitch grabbing him by his fucking leg. They find Kyler Gordon. This fucking guy over here, Atlanta, knocks Justin Fields in the fucking head and doesn't shit happen to him. No and fucking fine at all.
Grady Jarrett's the one who grazed Brady, who tackled Brady normally back in I think September,
and he got fined.
Called it roughing the passer.
Yeah, it caused Atlanta the game.
Yeah. I mean, there's the quiet part out loud, but
here's something else that I want you all to realize. Like let's go back to Justin and what he can do as a quarterback. Anybody know what happened last time Justin Fields had 30 attempts in a ball game, 30 passing attempts in a ball game?
He probably
was in the NFL.
400 yards.
He damn near threw for 300 yards against Pittsburgh. He threw for 200 yards.
That's what I'm trying to say.
So don't tell me he can't throw the goddamn ball.
And let's not pretend that's all I'm saying. He's not Lamar Jackson.
We know he can throw the ball. He's proven
he's not Lamar Jackson. He's a
problem is he's got 2.1 seconds.
He is. He's actually.
Also, let's not pretend like Pittsburgh. That game doesn't feel like a fluke because Pittsburgh's got Hall of Famers on that defense.
Yes, they've got every position. They've got somebody of note. Every level, they've got somebody of note.
They got Hayward. They got the linebacker.
Watts. Start there.
I said Watts. I said
I mean, the thing is this: if people don't really understand Justin Fields, then they never really seen Justin Fields play, or at least haven't sit up there and really watched him play. The guy doesn't want to fucking run the ball. If you look at him at fucking Ohio State, the son of a bitch barely ran. He completed 60 to 69% of his fucking passes. Huh?
He got more rushing attempts as a Bear than he ever had at Ohio State.
Yeah, that's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
He can throw the ball.
Yeah,
I'm with you, D. I'm with you.
Yeah, we with you on that.
I want him to throw the ball more.
Absolutely. That's my biggest gripe, fellas. Like when I say, and I know y'all get on me, David. I want to fire him because they're gonna get Justin hurt. You don't get your franchise quarterback hurt because to me, Luke Getzey's he's an idiot. The man can throw the ball, but yet you want to run him. You want to run him into the ground when he's proven he can throw the ball.
Don't run him in the
offensive line hasn't improved.
You brought it up, JB, but it reminds me of the RG3 treatment.
That was Mike Shanahan, and he paid for it. He cost that man his career.
He did.
Yes.
So let's not say it can't happen.
And y'all can see the same fucking thing happen to Justin Fields.
Thank you, which is like, hey, Luke Getzey, you're not about to do this to him.
That's all I'm saying. He's not Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is a tough SOB.
I think
Justin Fields is a tough son of a gun. However, when you can see, look.
I agree.
Justin, the suburban kids who had city cousins.
Showed that he can fucking play, man. He showed he can play. For a dude who played for the Bears, who don't caught a lot of balls from a lot of people. Normally, even if I had 5 balls from 5 different quarterbacks in the same year, that's too fucking many. You know what I'm saying? I've been here for 20 years. So me being here since 2001, I know what the fuck I'm looking at.
You do. Yep, absolutely.
I was looking at the Bears when I was at other places because I was still mad and jealous and wanting to be out there. They never had a Justin Fields here ever.
Yeah,
never.
100%. I think everybody's on board with that, and that's what we
want.
No,
I'm with you on that. The one thing, the one disconnect for me, Dave, is that when you say like Lamar and Justin aren't the same because Lamar is tough, that makes it like the implication there that I'm picking up is that you're saying he's tougher than Justin, which I don't think is the
that's
case.
not what I'm saying.
I get it now. So I'm
saying like, I'm just saying like it could be Lamar Jackson's bone makeup.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, and it have to be his build of his body. Yeah.
No, look, we do. Look, man, look, we go
be the Terminator up in that bitch.
We go through rigorous tests. We do bone scans.
Yeah, bone density test is what it's called, ain't it?
That's what I'm saying. See how strong his bones is. Bro, I mean, this shit is so technical, brother. You guys wouldn't think the EKG, they know everything about you. Everything. So, I mean, I ain't saying Justin, I'm saying if you tell me that man, look, Tom Brady couldn't take none of them hits that Justin Fields taking.
A lot of quarterbacks.
Tom would have been down a long time ago.
Aaron Rodgers
was a tough motherfucker.
Yeah. No, I mean, I
don't see LeVar Arrington. When I say LeVar Arrington, I thought that man, LeVar Arrington came through that motherfucker, him and Courtney Brown. We was playing.
I remember Courtney Brown.
Yeah.
Yep.
Defensive end,
right? Penn State.
When I say both of them hit Tom, woo. They hit my motherfucking quarterback so hard, man. I ran in, man. I'm like, what the get off my quarterback. He bleed. He said, "Dave, gone. I got this. Go to the slot, motherfucker." Look, I swear on everything. I went to the slot. He went to doing his, and I got that call.
Mm-hmm.
No. No, oh my God, that was
right when we got the call.
That's when he got the call. Hey, that shit was funny, and I got that call.
You got that call.
Hey, how the hell you get that call in the screen?
You got that call. It set you
Tell Tom quit playing with us, man. Tell Tom to stop it, man. He can call you later, man.
So Tom got lit up. And, you go in there like, what the fuck are you doing to my quarterback? Right. And he's like, hey, man, get in the slot, motherfucker.
There you go, Dave. I got that call. Boom. Whole motherfucking screen went black. You on mute, Dave.
Yeah,
you on mute again.
Unmute. There you go. There you go. No.
Can't hear you.
Oh, shit. He on that other phone.
Did you switch phones? Now you're on mute again.
Wait, one second.
You on mute again. And there you go to black.
I gotta hear this.
We want to hear this. Oh, man.
He'll be back on.
Hey, check this out. Since we're going to get Dave back on, let's get in our final words and then we'll get to some shout outs.
If I may, I want to talk real quick about the people who posted in Chicago Clubhouse Podcast, the Facebook group. One guy said, get some better players around Trevor next year, and the Bears could be contenders.
That's what I'm talking about, Easy. That's what I'm talking about right there.
It's like based off of one drive.
One drive. First drive.
Where is my favorite? When I hear people say that, this is why I save this still.
Oh, wow. Frank.
I'm telling you, that's the only thing that you can say to fucking people who bring that shit up. Like, seriously.
Yeah. No, there's nothing. There's really nothing else at this point. It's just like I don't understand. Like two drives, and you're just like, okay, like this is our guy. He's him. Next thing you know,
his
he's
passes
just like
were checkdowns too. It's
yeah.
not like
no, exactly. Yeah, he was just throwing little dinky passes to Montgomery, and I mean, it's like
Claypool made a nice catch. Pringle made a nice catch. Receivers made him look a lot better.
I'll say this: he did have a couple of rollouts that ended up being wide open.
Yeah.
Wide open.
He looks like he's a good backup. Like he looks like he's a.
No. See, I don't think that's the question. We can have Trevor as a good backup.
Exactly. No,
because I want to hear Dave. So Tom Brady told you, don't relax. I got him. Go to the slot. You got the call.
This dude was the coldest. Tom Brady was the coldest, man. And that just, y'all talking about how tough Justin Fields was. And then I went to say, man, you tough. And I said, hold on now, goddammit. You remember when LeVar Arrington and Courtney Brown ate that motherfucker?
I remember them dogs, them two dogs right there.
Man, we was playing Penn State my sophomore year. They destroyed them. Came back. It's like the second quarter. I was chirping the whole first, and I thought he was knocked out. He looked at me and said, go into the slot. Threw me in the slot. I mean, this was like, as I'm picking up, he said, go into the slot. He must have saw something. He saw something. Sent me to the slot. Pushed Marquise Walker outside. Okay? Told Marquise to run a stop route. Backside was something else. I don't know what they had backside. But I know me and Marquise had a stop, and I had a fade route from the inside slot.
Right or left?
I don't even remember what side. But I knew David Macklin was covering me for Penn State. Man, I run this fade. That shit was awesome. It was awesome. Running fade, maybe like 50-yard bomb from the slot fade. Lloyd going crazy because we just made that shit up on the go.
Right.
He mad, but he happy at the same time.
Mad and happy at the same time, and Brady get hit again. Boom, and I'm like, and I catch it, but I catch it. I see him getting up off the ground. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, man. We caught him. It's like, what the hell that was? We got to run it again. But I'm just thinking about it, like, man, Brady was tough. This kid Justin Fields. So when I saw Justin Fields the first time, I looked at him and I was just like, fuck. He is big.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
6'3", 230.
I'm looking at him like, damn, if I had this motherfucker. You feel that? You feel, because Rex Grossman is his 3-step was a 5-step and a jump.
Oh, okay. Like, yeah, that's too much.
You have to jump to look over the line.
Because he was short, yeah.
So all I'm saying is I'm looking and I'm jealous. Because I'm like, fuck. If I had this motherfucker, I wouldn't have never left this motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Right. So I'm looking like, then I'm looking last week and I'm like, they're going to get him hurt. He's going to get hurt. Why are they running him like this? You can't even get the secondary down the field, linebackers in a drop, and let the receivers be covered, and the linebacker the defense made great plays, but they still lost because Justin Fields is using his feet and he's sliding and he's getting open. It's the same way that the Colts play when everybody downfield and they got slow ass old boy running to try to get a 15-yard first.
Yeah, wow, he tried to do that last night. They went 4 vert spread and then the middle opened up and he take off.
You literally can go 4 verticals with the back on a dump down and have them run 4 verticals and maybe one of them receivers they ain't running 4 verticals, run you a hitch route or run you a stop route. And then everybody gone and Fields, if that motherfucker open, throw it to him. If it ain't, run. Because guess what? Everybody gone down the field.
Everybody gone. All the thumpers out the way.
that could be a motherfucking designed run.
Yeah, it definitely is. Yeah.
Look,
So
hey,
check this
David,
out.
David, we
Hey,
got one. Our network guy Terrence, who still can't show his pretty little face on here. We asked you this earlier, and you said you really couldn't answer it, so he's asking you again. Let me get it back up here.
Yeah, we gonna ask you this before we let you go. This is our last question for you before we let you go.
Yeah, who is your favorite quarterback that you played with? Who was the best quarterback? I know you said you couldn't really answer that before, but
no, I have to answer.
We asked you, and you were just like, I don't know.
It was a combination because, when I played my first year, I had one quarterback, but they was two. Shane Matthews and Jim Miller was two. You feel me? You feel me? So, and to be honest with you, Jim Miller had a good ball.
Another one that got hurt. Jim Miller could play ball.
He got hurt in that fucking Philly game. Hugh Douglas took his ass out.
Look, Philly set out to hurt him.
See,
during that time, you could hurt quarterbacks during that time. You could hit them in the head. You could hit high. They came, they was talking about it. Get 15 ass out the game and it's over.
Honestly, like I could forgive Philly if they did that to Aaron Rodgers last week.
Aaron Rodgers took himself out though.
And if I should feel bad about that, I don't. He's got a lot of money. It is what it is.
Jim Miller and Shane, but then shit. I mean, Rex was okay too. So shit. I mean, I had a lot of them motherfuckers, but all of them was good, man. I ain't want to say.
I would think the easiest answer.
I did go behind and look up your. I did go behind and look up your stats. By the way, you had 9 different quarterbacks throw to you in your time.
I told you that, Frank.
Yeah, 9.
That's all
Jeff
I'm
George
saying.
was not one of them.
I told you.
Jeff George won one of them.
That is freaking no. Jeff George. I looked that up too. Like it still shows 0 stats with him at the Bears.
You know, he
never played a game.
You know what I was just thinking?
Was it a preseason game? Maybe.
No. It was practice. This CTE shit is real. You feel me? It was practice. All we remember is this motherfucker in practice dropping back and just throwing that bitch in the dirt. Like he would never just throw it downfield to us. That motherfucker said, man, this only got throws for game day.
Yeah, they say he had one of the strongest arms in NFL history, so I can just
literally like saying practice we had 9.99 go route. Everybody had go. Jeff George would in practice, I swear on everything. That motherfucker would take the drop back, do the pat, and then throw that motherfucker in the dirt, right there in the dirt. And then when we come back, we're like, man, what's going on? He said, hey, baby, we got to say this for Sunday, man. Got to say this for Sunday. If they get me in there, I got to save it for Sunday.
He's just making y'all exercise at that point.
He was old though. He was a 20-year vet.
Oh, right. For sure. Lastly, I want to ask real quick while you're still here, do you have a Super Bowl pick?
Shit. I think probably Kansas City. I think it's gonna be bless you, between the Bills and the Chiefs on the one side.
Nobody's coming out of the NFC this year.
And then on the NFC, that shit is like
it's a freaking train wreck right now.
It is a train wreck. It is. It is.
I have no idea who's coming out of the NFC.
Who y'all see coming out the NFC?
I see the Niners, San Francisco.
I still don't see the Niners.
With porn star Jimmy?
And porn star Jimmy is the weakest fucking link. Porn star Jimmy will fuck around and cause him not to go.
All porn star Jimmy's gone into Green Bay and beat them, which is more than most of our quarterbacks can say. And secondly,
no, hold on. Not porn star Jimmy beat them. The fucking defense beat that motherfucker.
Fair. I'll give you that. But well, look, there were a lot of
the defense and a block punt on special teams. Porn star Jimmy didn't do a goddamn thing.
Porn star Jimmy, he led them down on the last drive. He made some. I did a full video on this. I can send it to you. There were a lot of drop passes.
Did the 49ers run their quarterback in the ground?
Nope.
No.
The one that got hurt?
Yes.
He got hurt on a pass play, didn't he?
But also Trey Lance is like his whole game was running. Like he wasn't Fields. Like in college, he was absolutely a dual threat.
He was a runner.
Yeah, he was more of a runner. He was like he is what kind of like Fields is now, which we don't.
Nah. I don't think he could take them NFL hits.
No, he wasn't a runner like that. He could run, but he also had some insane record, like 29 touchdowns and 1 pick for a season.
It was 44-0.
Like he's not
44 touchdowns, 0 picks.
Oh, right. That's the first year. It's the second year that he threw the 1 pick.
But it was in a not the best school. It was like South Dakota State, I think, or North.
Same school Carson Wentz came from, North Dakota State.
North Dakota State.
Right. But I think the Niners are always they're very much built for November, December, January football. And that's why we've seen them playing in the NFC Championship year after year. We see them playing in the
as long as it's at their spot.
What'd you say?
As long as it's at their spot.
I'm gonna throw the monkey wrench in it. I say Ravens, Chiefs in the AFC. Somehow they're gonna link up, and in the NFC, I know y'all hate this, but only because of how tight the NFC East is. Would any of y'all be shocked if it's Philly, Dallas in the NFC Championship?
That's why I
forgot about Philadelphia and the Dallas Cowboys.
That's who I think it's gonna be. I think it's going to be Philly, Dallas, and I think Philly is technically going to be going to the Super Bowl.
One of them going to take out the Vikings, one of them going to take out the 49ers.
Look at that Niners offense.
What's your question?
Jimmy doesn't perform in the postseason.
Like Philly offense?
He's got a winning record.
Yeah, I like Philly offense.
Stop. If you don't know Philly offense, then you don't know Jalen Hurts is about to be the first quarterback to throw for 4,000 yards and rush for 1,000. Like, Jalen Hurts is a problem.
Oh no, I'm not denying that.
I just think an offensive line.
I like what Shanahan does.
Jalen Hurts some dog
for the most part.
Hey, AJ Brown.
AJ Brown, yes. Got fumbling
Devontae Smith.
Woo! Get Justin Fields some dogs too. Just probably need one more, right?
Oh, I think we got him. In my opinion, I'm gonna be honest with you because I'm not on the whole Claypool, not a number one, Mooney, I'm not on that. But if you can line up Mooney, Claypool, and I think you got to get something out of our boy from Arizona State, Chris. I think you got to get something out of Henry. You got to get something. He's a big dude.
What's the speedster?
It would be Mooney in the slot. It would be Mooney in the slot.
And Bayless on some gadget plays.
Nobody want no damn Bayless Jones, man.
Well, I mean, he's fast. He can
give me EQ because EQ gonna block.
Man, give me some offensive linemen.
That's what they desperately need.
That's number one.
Yeah, I think all them picks. I think he gonna just dig down on the old line for Fields, right?
Well, can we get you back on the show, man? Because we were gonna have a show where we talked about the draft picks and stuff. Because I'm like this. Everybody want Carter for that D tackle spot, but I'm like this. Hey, we need a left tackle because Braxton Jones ain't it, man. He ain't it.
But do we draft a left tackle? Or we go get a vet?
Or do you go pay him left?
The two vets you can get is gonna cost like $20-something million.
No, the biggest problem with the Bears is not the offense; it's the fucking pass rush. We cannot get to the quarterback.
Okay, and that was something else I was trying to say. I ain't want to even hint on.
You're drafting defense with that first round pick.
Yes.
We let Quinn go. We let our linebacker go. That kind of like did that just like what did that do to the locker room?
I mean, it hurt leadership in the locker room.
What did he just say? What did that do to the locker room?
There's no question it hurt the locker room. But, I mean, did it hurt the defense on the field? Quinn had one pressure the entire NFL season he was with us this year. One quarterback pressure. Presence. There's no doubt presence. But you're not, if you're going to get draft picks for somebody that you're not going to have here next year in your rebuilding system, then you let it go. It's the same. It's the same thing with Khalil Mack. Love Khalil Mack. I wish Khalil Mack was still here. But were you willing to risk him getting another injury where you would lose a better draft pick for him because he's been hurt the last 2 years?
I think trading Khalil Mack was a very smart move.
Every move that they have made so far to me has been a smart move.
I think so too. It's just we're gonna see with these draft picks and this
means we're suffering now.
Yeah, we will.
You could always miss on those draft picks, and then it doesn't look good anymore because the only one you could really question is Roquan Smith.
I respectfully respect y'all opinion, but disagree because now where we had maybe 4 or 5 holes, now we got 9 holes.
All right, last question.
You have $123 million to fill those holes.
Let's hear it, Dave.
Last
you don't need to go out and get players to fill those holes.
Wait, Frank, I really want to hear what Dave has to ask.
Do y'all feel that, and I think I asked it earlier, but I don't think we went on so many hits. Should the Bears we got 8 more games left.
No, we got
6, I think 6.
6. 5. Right, because we got that late,
5 or 6,
stupid late bye.
Packers, then you got those 2 teams that are going to just absolutely fucking
Packers, Eagles. No, Packers, Bills, Eagles,
Vikings,
Lions, Vikings. We got 5 more games.
5 more.
And with the fucking Vikings at 8-2, how the fuck that happened?
Luck.
It's
but Jeffries is a dog. Jeffries is
my best wide receiver in the NFL. I don't care what
I was just saying, do we shut number 1 down for the rest of the season?
It would make the tanking more believable.
But I don't think they don't have no reason to tank.
But see, Justin
you want to get
now gives us hope to win.
If you get the number 2 pick, and you could flip that into.
Hey, don't ruin our freaking draft date. That thing that we were coming up with, man.
Me, you're right. I should hold.
Hold on, I'm the one that told Frank about the idea about the flipping the pick.
Well, we discussed it, but I agreed with that too. Absolutely.
We'll go into more detail about that. But to answer your question,
just say it. Yeah, just say it. Go.
No, but to answer your question, Dave, I'd say yes. Shut him down, except not this week because I want him in to beat Green Bay.
For everything everybody wants to beat Green Bay.
I want to beat Green Bay, and then I would not mind if that's our last win.
If it's not 100%, you're not playing them.
I'll let the cat out of the bag. Because guess what? If the Packers do lose, they got the same record as the Bears, and now we in the same. So we beat them. Do we really lose? Because now they have
a better divisional record though than us.
But they still
would get the edge.
They're in cap hell.
I don't care. I'm talking about the draft pick. The draft pick.
I think they beat.
We would have the same record.
But I think they'll have the tiebreaker at the end of the day.
Again,
because it's division record
over us, depending on the division, whatever. I don't want to give them no ammunition to say, "Hi, you may have beat us in the game, but we beat you here." I want to give them no ammunition because they might.
I don't care. I want to beat Green Bay. I want to beat Green. We don't beat them enough.
Hey, David, if we get the number 2 or 3 pick,
number 2,
and we're able to trade it to Detroit for the 5th pick and the 12th pick, would you do it? First round.
I don't think Detroit's giving that up, but I mean,
Detroit needs a quarterback. They need CJ
You're giving up 5 and 12.
Okay.
5 and 12.
I see what you're saying. Now,
I don't think
I
we're
was trying to figure it out. I was like, what are we doing that for? But Detroit want to get a quarterback.
No, the 1 and 2 pick are pretty much guaranteed quarterbacks. So if we get the number 2 pick, it's a quarterback, and somebody's going to trade you
picking a quarterback. That's the point,
right?
So if 1, 2, 3 is supposed to go without the Bears thinking quarterback, projectedly 1, 2, 3 is supposed to go quarterback, receiver, then it's Carter and Anderson. At the 5th pick, we can still get one of the players we have, and then we get an additional first-round pick at the number 12 spot. Which
also, Miles Murphy can play.
Miles Murphy is pretty good at
from the Lions.
Yeah, because the Lions got the 5th and the 12th. Remember, they get the pick out the Jared Goff deal.
I'll do that.
Thank you. I would do that.
Yeah, I think that's a no-brainer.
There's no question about that. I would too.
Or draft their player for the 5th and the 12th.
Draft them for them and then do a late trade.
Y'all take who I want for 5th and 12th, or like you said, just give it to them early and get 5th. And because you're saying 2, if you know for sure, like who the quarterbacks that they saying gonna come out.
CJ Stroud and Bryce Young. So Alabama quarterback and Oklahoma State quarterback.
Okay, and Detroit want one of them.
Yeah, because they can't do this Jared Goff thing no longer.
Yeah.
Seattle might want him to, but I think they'll stick with Geno for a bit.
And then
but Seattle's
the
playoff
third pick, the 4th pick.
But they have an early pick because of the trade with Denver.
They get Denver's pick, but Seattle, it doesn't matter. Seattle's making the playoffs, but as long as Denver keeps messing up, that raises
Seattle gets
Denver's
Denver's pick,
right?
which
That
may be
raises
the third or the
Denver's
fourth pick.
Correct.
But
Which
you
could
also-
be
you also
another
gotta look at
quarterback.
it.
It could be Bo Nix or somebody.
Yeah.
It could.
You
Bo
also
Nix
got to
won't
look.
Seattle
too,
may
is
take
Detroit
out a player,
might
though.
like Jared Goff.
Oh, Geno's not long term. I don't think Geno's long
So
term.
you think Seattle gonna go quarterback too?
If they sneak up into that top round with if somebody of note is available, I
But
think
you also got Carolina at 6. Let's not forget that Carolina's got.
they got
Baker
3
Mayfield.
quarterbacks. They're not picking the quarterback.
They got 3 shit quarterbacks who are fucking.
If you
suck.
put them all together, you
So
might have
they will
one
definitely
quarterback.
move up and get a quarterback.
I think they'll take best
I think
quarterback
you have a
available
better
at that
chance
position.
with Carolina than
Man, we
Detroit.
may have to shoot
Because I
that
think
over
Jared
to
Goff is a
Ryan.
better quarterback than anything Carolina.
We may have to shoot that over to Ryan. I mean, it's like this. The Bears don't need a quarterback, period. You know what I'm saying? So having a number 2, is it another defensive end out there that's like a Hutchinson or like a good enough defensive end to where
I don't know if they're Hutchinson, but
Well, he's not Aiden Hutchinson like.
and
but
I think we're
Anderson
saying
is-
Von Miller style.
Anderson's
I
not a
definitely would
team
take the 5th I definitely would take the 5th and the 12th to give up. I would definitely give up the 2 for the 5 and the 12
right
Absolutely.
from Detroit. I definitely would, because I'm gonna be able to still get me. I'm gonna be able to get, like you said, I'm gonna be able to get me a good defensive player. Whether it's ain't no linebackers going in the top 10, so I can get me a defensive end, a rusher, and a left tackle or a rusher, and that's.
So I was thinking a tackle and a lineman of some sort.
You still getting 2 picks. You can give up the 2nd pick for 2 lottery picks.
First
still.
round picks, I would do
Thank
that.
you. Yes.
I would do that.
And that's why I say this is the type of thinking that if Poles is not, if you're not thinking that way, then all this shit, this smoke and mirror shit you're doing is for naught, because you're not really maximizing your draft capital. To keep the 2nd pick to pick one player that may or may not be available at 4 or 5 when there's 3 other people you can pick. That's not smart.
I don't think Poles would make that mistake, though. Poles would.
I think he will trade that second
he
pick.
did just trade.
Yeah.
Let's not forget, Poles' first year, he had 5 picks.
Hey, ain't y'all having a show about this shit?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we
ruined it.
So let's hold it for that.
Wait, are we?
Let's hold it for that.
we're
Yeah.
planning on it.
Next
I think
Thursday.
I'm having
isn't
a
it?
show about
Next
it.
Thursday. Damn, read
Hey,
up
y'all
on our
got some good
message
topics,
board.
man.
Next
That's a great
Thursday.
topic.
Ain't nobody talk. I'm a Tuesday
It's
guy.
all
I
over
got
our
notes.
message board. Are you
I got notes. I
You
got
blocked
notes.
us on that message board, didn't you? All that shit with you.
I didn't block
Well,
y'all.
that's
Talk too
just
much.
a
You don't know what you're
filter.
talking about. All right, I can't listen to y'all. All
Gee,
day.
that was just a filler for y'all show next week.
Oh, that's
Hey,
what
there
it
you
was.
Right.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
sell. Don't show what we can sell.
Y'all got
What they
one
call
right
that, a
there,
tease, right? Hey, Chris,
Yeah,
that's a
that
tease.
was a
Hey,
teaser.
hey, remember he said that on Great White Hype? Don't show what we can
Don't
sell.
say what you can sell. Yeah.
I still want to get Sam
Something
Yell on
said
here.
Boy, y'all had a good old podcast.
Hey, dude, we
Hell
want to thank
yeah.
you, my brother, my Go Blue brother, for coming on with us today.
Always, man.
Hey, man,
Thanks for
shit.
having me.
Hey, you gonna have to come back on before we win this national title, man.
Man, let's do it. Let's
Man.
do it.
All I said was, I'm so proud that you at least gave grace to Cole Kmet, not like that other freaking guy.
God,
Like,
fuck it. Hey, you know what I call him, B? I call him Big Stiffy. That motherfucker stiff as shit, man.
probably 'cause he's got a big-
That
I
motherfucker
just
like
gotta-
fucking
Stiffy,
bored
big
stiff,
squad.
big stiff.
Hey, Dave, me, you,
Yeah.
and Fred gonna go have some drinks, man. Maybe this weekend. You down?
Okay.
Thanks for
I'm
the
down.
invite, asshole.
TFTI, man.
I
like,
mean, y'all.
I still gotta hit up Harold's.
Hold
Y'all
on,
David,
I'm
I
telling
was
you.
gonna
Harold
say thank
88,
you.
baby, right downstairs.
Hey, Dave, like I was
y'all
telling
live in the
earlier,
same building?
they
Let's all
don't
just meet up at
realize.
Harold's then. Screw it.
Okay.
It's just be the Harold.
Just meet Harold. They don't realize.
Dave, I
Like,
wanna
tell
thank
him,
you
Dave,
for all the
you're here. Tell him
touchdowns.
again, you're here.
Yeah,
You're
it's
here.
nice that,
This dude Frank is dying to get some Harold's, man. Dying
Every
to
single
get Harold's.
person that they bring on this podcast says, name your favorite chicken place. Harold's. And I got KFC and Brown's fucking chicken and all that shit. out
Brown's
there.
chicken,
Popeyes. I
man.
don't got no
Oh.
good
Frank the
chicken
Tank,
shit.
I'm gonna get you some Harold's chicken, big dog.
No,
There
the
you
best
go.
Gus is in Memphis.
DT said he
bad
gonna
anymore,
get you some
man.
Harold's, man. Finally
DT,
gonna
I
get
wanna-
you some Harold's.
I just want to
appreciate
thank you
y'all
for
for
all the
having me,
touchdowns you
man.
scored for me in
Hey,
Memphis.
for sure, man. Thank you for coming on. Man, we had to have you. We had a fucking Michigan State fucking Spartan a week ago, so shit. Had to get some Wolverines up in this motherfucker, man.
Undefeated right now. We ain't got.
Hey, you know we 12-0 this motherfucker.
You already know, man.
And here you go with that we again.
Hell yeah, we motherfucker.
I don't say we when the Bears win a football.
Wait, what happened? Hold on. What'd you say?
I say the
Y'all
Bears.
got hats or
Not you,
t-shirts?
Frank. What'd you say, DT?
Y'all got hats or t-shirts or anything?
Yeah, man, I got
we
you.
got
You're
you.
actually getting
I
them.
got
Yeah.
you. Don't worry about it. I got you.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. And have me on any time, guys.
All right,
for sure.
man.
Hey, Dan, I was gonna tell you. I remember the last time we kicked it was after flag football, man. I know we have a good time. We have a
Flag
good
football over there on the south side, huh?
You was on Dynasty, yes, sir.
Oh man, you already know them was some beautiful women out there.
But look, I already know we're gonna have a good time, man. I already know we're gonna have a good time.
You know it. All right.
All right, man.
Take care, man.
Go blue, baby.
Go blue.
Go Notre Dame.
You
Hey,
didn't
that was
say
a great
go
job,
Notre
man.
Dame.
Go Notre Dame. What the fuck?
Yeah, they're
Bo Nix is not
8-3
going in the
now.
first
They
round.
came off
Yeah.
strong to finish.
Oh, Knicks is in the first round. Yeah, all right. That motherfucker going in the first round. Put my name in the fucking.
Who drafted Bo Nix?
No, he's
From Oregon?
Did
No,
somebody? I think that was a joke. I'm hoping.
Yeah, I
No,
hope
he's,
that was a joke.
Or did
He's,
somebody literally say Bo Nix is going in the first round?
I made a joke about Bo Nix, like what they gonna do, draft Bo Nix? Like, no, I wish they would draft Bo Nix.
The Diop was making a joke. That's
Yeah,
why
I see the
oh,
smiley
laugh
little emojis.
emoji.
I'm about to say, if
Bo
anybody,
Nix is
he
risky on
was for real.
cocaine.
if
Maybe you said it as a
the
joke and he's
quarterback
laughing.
would have been Hendon Hooker, but he got hurt.
Yeah. Well, shit. Let's get to some fucking shout outs, man.
Yes, please.
Not everyone go.
I'll let it up.
Rookie is going first. Rookie is going first.
Well, easy. I guess that's you.
All right. Well, I want to
No,
shout
rookie
out
shit.
y'all
No,
for some
rookie
great banter. Shout out David Terrell for coming on the show and getting me a lot of touchdowns in ESPN NFL 2K5 back in the day. And I'd like to shout out. What'd you say?
He was a beast in that game. I remember.
That's so
that.
good.
Oh
That game
my
was so
God,
fun.
he
But
was
anyway, and also I want to shout out. This is probably a little arrogant, but I'm shouting out myself because I got a new podcast coming out on this network. Easy Does It. We're gonna stream on Thursdays. Going to be a lot of fun. Going to talk a lot of all Chicago sports, and I'm probably going to talk a lot about just the NFL in general, especially in football season. So yeah, please tune into that. I got a lot of cool segments planned out, and yeah, that's it'll be a lot of fun.
Definitely.
Can't wait for that.
Boy, you should have known by now. Easy Does It. I like that. I like
Pretty smart.
that.
I gotta credit Terrence. That's he came up with it. So.
That's pretty clever, huh?
Really,
Wait,
shout out
hold
to
on.
my
That
mom.
was like 7 seconds. He could use that as his intro, right?
I don't know. Easy's dead. So I mean,
he's not going to use that song as his intro.
I was just saying, it's 7 seconds. We don't own the rights.
Just literally get the ending of it.
No,
Easy
absolutely not.
You can't just get the ending, pipe it in at the end right there. Easy Does It.
I'm probably too pasty for that.
Oh no, I have something to say about that.
But yeah, I'm very excited about it. It's gonna be fun.
You next, Frank.
I'll hit up shout outs next. Shout out to all you guys. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. Everyone on the podcast. I had one new guy I saw chime in here, Super Nick. I grabbed him from GSH. He loved me attacking that freaking that Ezra guy who says the dumbest shit.
Shout out Ezra.
Shout out Ezra. You are fucking dumb, dude.
I don't fucking
I will
know.
take you in a debate. I've said you this 300 times. I will start a show on here and debate you all the time.
Hey, Frank, that sounds like you going to Nick Wright again.
No, I don't talk Nick Wright. I'll be Skip Bayless.
Oh, okay.
I
said that sounds like you going after Nick Wright again.
Nick Wright. Fucking Nick Wright. Son of a bitch. Shout out to everyone else in the chat. Chat was lit. Chat was crazy. All the normals. You guys are always on here all the time. Anthony chiming in. like crazy. I thought I saw a little fighting going on there between Anthony Bullets and Dia. They were going a little crazy on the chat. So it's always fun seeing that type stuff. A little drama.
Oh yeah, no, we keep it heated. That's great.
Yes, love it, man. David Terrell, yeah, man, great having him on here. Fits perfectly with us. That guy, he can talk up a storm, man. He kept going and going. It was fun, absolutely fun. Other than that, hey, that's all I got. Harold's at David Terrell's house because I guess he lives at Harold's.
Shit, he lived right by it.
He not too right. He's down now like a 2-block radius.
Yep, he lived right by it.
At that giant vodka bottle from Harold, isn't that what he said?
No, he said it was alkaline.
Yeah, that's what he said.
That was what he said.
That was the ice bar vodka bottle.
Yeah, hey, sounds good.
Wow, you said ice bar.
That sounds good to me. I'm not complaining.
That's what they call it, the Harold's Ice Bar. That's it looks like a bottle that they have at the ice bar, but it might have been water. He might have been drinking water.
Well, since it's on me,
we'll say that.
I'd like to give a shout out to everybody in the chat. The chat was lit tonight. I want to give a shout out to our special guest, David Terrell. Go Blue, baby. 12-0. Trying to win this national title. Also, remember to like and subscribe to the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast. I also like to send a shout out to all our sponsors, Hugh, In the Zone, Moore's Beer, Under Armour. Thank you all for tuning in. I want to give a shout out to my brothers out here, T. Nick, Frank the Tape, Easy Does It, and JB. Once again, it was fun debating, talking shit, showing our love for Chicago. And I want to give a shout out to the kiddies because I think I hear one of their asses is up. So somebody's phone is mine.
I saw a few of them sneaking up behind you.
Taking phones.
Yeah. Somebody's phone is mine. God damn it! They're gonna be mad at a motherfucker, but I don't give a shit. Also want to give a shout out for the simple fact that Frank won't be able to watch this podcast tomorrow at work.
I planned this out where I work from home now on Wednesdays. So
that's how you did it.
Hey, you dirty! You did it on purpose, man.
And
I knew it was going to happen when Michigan won. Fuck.
Oh, you already knew that shit was coming. And also, I want to give a special shout out to a brother that's no longer here with us, Chadwick Boseman. I want to send a happy heavenly birthday to King T'Challa. And shout out to everybody's moms and pops and family, and I'm done. I ain't gonna be like Terrence when we gotta play the violin in this motherfucker. I'm done.
Y'all stupid, boy. Y'all stupid.
All right, it's on me. Shout out to my number one fan and the clubhouse mom, Miss Sandra. To some of y'all, I call her A1 Mom. Shout out to my mother for chiming in and always texting me like, "Hey, that's David Terrell." Yeah,
start to finish. Love you,
start to finish. So shout out to my moms. Shout out to David Terrell because it's really refreshing when you get to talk to somebody who still got that passion even after the fact about the game, that love, and is still willing to open up and speak about bull that happens in the game. Remember, football and politics didn't mix 20 years ago. That was a truest statement that I've been like, not a lot of people say that. He was going to come out and say that. Right here on the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast, you're going to get the real. And that's what I like about it, and I love it. Shout out to my brothers all here. Hey, Easy, man, what's up with this show on Thursday? If I don't get no invite, I'm going to feel some type of way, but that's okay. I'm here for you, brother. I'm here.
Hey, man, why not, right? It'd be a good way to start. Good way to premiere would be to have some of y'all on. So we'll see.
Yep.
We'll talk.
Even if it's just for a short 20 minutes, I got you. But real talk, like moving forward, we got 5 games left, but we still got a lot of football to talk about. And I can't wait. And there's no place I'd rather do it than right here. That's all I got.
Somebody start the violin up, baby. Somebody start up the violin.
Hey, Chris, you got the violin. You got the cello. I got the harp.
I really wish I had.
I'll play the cello.
You play the cello? Hey.
wonder if my kid's got like a little violin or something.
Oh no, you gonna pull out a real violin.
Y'all so
now,
fucking stupid, man.
He ain't even started yet. Look how long this shit taking. He ain't even started yet.
Hi, my name is Tim.
I'm bringing my own goddamn music.
Hey Frank, does that say Little Tights?
Yeah, it does.
Good night, Juanita.
Good night, Juanita.
All right. So I'm shouting out everybody that was in the chat. I'm not gonna say all the names because there's plenty of them. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for watching. If you did not comment, thank y'all for watching. Y'all the lurkers though. That's okay. Put up with our madness and you watch anyway. Thank you. DT, David Terrell, finally caught up with him. And I'm glad I did, man. Y'all had a great time, I would assume. Chatting it up. I had to take a little break.
No, you had to eat something, right?
Yeah, I did. I was a little hungry. I had to eat.
Yeah.
These past I would say like these past 5 weeks have taken a toll on me, so I have to take breaks from what I normally do.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll leave it at that.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it.
Was it good?
You said leave it at that, man.
Oh, okay. Checking
shout
my
out
show.
to my guys. Shout out to you all for being here, because as I always say, it wouldn't even be no podcast. Nobody want to listen to me by myself. So I'm appreciative for y'all, man. And shit, we all in this together. God damn it. Ain't nobody going nowhere. EZ, you sworn in for life, boy.
I'm with me.
You ain't going nowhere.
I'm glad to be part of a team.
So if somebody come calling you from maybe some other network,
ETNL,
you ain't going nowhere, God damn it.
ETNL.
But anyway, shout out to our new sponsors that are on board. Hugh,
not Anthony
in the zone, and Chris. Hugh, we definitely will be seeing more from them. They got a commercial coming up. In the zone has a commercial coming up too. We'll see more from them. Also, they're gonna have some clothes for us, and they're gonna have a discount code for everybody in the chat who's interested. But that will be coming soon. And aside from that, how could I forget? Shout out to Pops. He at the crib chilling right now. He at the crib chilling right now. So prayer warriors. I still need y'all every day to pray for Pops. And hopefully Pops will be going to the game with me on Sunday when there's play the Packers.
That's what I like to hear, brother.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hopefully. I'm not sure, but I'm crossing my fingers, man. That's my partner. So, yeah. But if he doesn't go, then of course I'm gonna call one of my brothers to be a great fill-in. But aside from that, I think I'm done with my shouts. I ain't got nothing else to say.
What the fuck?
Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Chris.
I saw something dangling off my goddamn arm. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Anybody got last words?
Hey man, I've been checking out this series Wednesday from the Addams Family. That shit is good.
Good show.
Shit is good. So y'all should check that shit out. Yeah, that shit is good. Yeah, it's called Wednesday Addams. Yeah, it's
like
good.
It's like a horror
on Netflix.
show, isn't it?
Huh?
It's like a cracked out Harry Potter.
A horror show of the Addams Family.
You said a cracked out Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Hey, the shit is good, man. The shit is good.
I like it.
All right, well, on that note, if we don't
I guess
have
my last words are fuck the Packers. That's cool.
Yes.
Is that
Well, it is Packer week, so
it is Packer week. Fuck you,
Packer
Aaron
week.
Rodgers.
Like, are we really shitting ourselves or not? It's freaking Packer week. I don't give a damn. Aaron Rodgers, I hope he don't play.
You hope he don't
play, nigga. I hope we injure his ass.
I don't care if he hurt. He hurt. Like, forget him. I don't care about Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, Shea McClellan, take him out.
Yeah, he thinks he owns us. He could own a wheelchair for a while. That'd be cool. He could own a sling, right? Just saying.
We'll get more into Packers week on Thursday.
You know
Easy does it. Easy does it.
Easy.
And on that note,
you got to decide whether you're a wolf or a sheep.
T fucking up.
Huh?
You're still here. It's over. Go home.
And we are out, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. This is the end of the